Oh!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ANIPOD presents the In-Quy'zz-ition. I'm your lovely host, DippyTheDM, and these are my lovely players. Say hi, lovely players.
No.
Hi.
Hello.
Sup?
You deny me for the last time. I send you to the Shadow Realm. No.
Mute
All
me
right,
and I'll
now.
end you. I'm kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, and others, we are finally back with the In-Quy'zz-ition. We missed a session a couple weeks ago for a couple of scheduling reasons, but that's okay. Everybody needed to take a little bit of a break, and this will be the last episode of the In-Quy'zz-ition before the new year. Oh crap, Dadley is gone. And the layout is immediately broken. Why? What happened? Oh no. Well, you're just gonna have to live with a broken overlay real quick. I have to lean down here to be in my box. Where did he go? What happened?
I'm like, work. My shit crashed.
Oh my god.
I'm
Oof.
current.
Well, we don't
I
have to
must be
start
like-
right away.
I must be like working out in the slit of the mirror at the gym. I'm just kind of all over the place. That's a gym meme. Very bad.
Callback. It's a gym meme. Jim. Well, while the overlay is a little bit broken for the moment, we'll go ahead and say that LostChaos, rather, is gonna be out to dinner for a little bit, and if the session runs long enough, they will join in later.
This music is really loud.
Is it?
I can barely hear you.
Well, then let me turn it down, you silly Billy. There we go. Someone
It's
send
like
the
you
link to
put my ear
Insta.
directly in the right as the water's coming up.
crashing
It's
waves.
like, listen to this.
Yeah.
All right, and I will talk to you silently.
Has somebody got a link for Dadley on his Insta?
His Insta?
Send the Zoom invitation link to his Instagram.
Okay, yeah, give me 1 second.
I got it.
All right. Well, Rhys is taking care of that. I'll go ahead and do the plugs then. First of all, thank you to tabletopaudio.com for providing the backing tracks and sound effects for our D&D campaigns as of late, as of recent, and as of the foreseeable future. They are a wonderful little service that provides high-quality background sound effects and ambient music tracks for your campaigns, for you to use to set the scene, to set the environment of whatever you have set up for your game. You can run it in online games or in-person games using the server in the browser feature. There he is. We'll bring Dadley back in. And if you want to use them in your online game, all you got to do is give them a shout, and that's what we're doing here. Where do I have to put you? Here?
Hi, lovely players.
That was good.
What a great non sequitur. Any other sponsors for the In-Quy'zz-ition? No, I don't believe so.
No.
Go check out our other shows. We'll be back on Monday with a Christmas Dapper discussion for the Dapper Ds. And immediately after that, oh, careful. And immediately after that, we'll have a final episode of Crossroads.
You did not like me giving him
Right?
kisses.
Yes, correct. We'll have the last episode of Crossroads will be
Yes.
after that Dapper D's. So be there for that. Then we're taking a break for the holidays. Yeah. We will not, there won't be any more shows on the channel after that Crossroads episode until January 1st when we come back in style with a Dapper D's episode all about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
That would kind of be a podcasty episode too, but we might come up with some graphics for that. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I
I'm
won't.
gonna make an entire slideshow. I'm gonna
That's
give
the
a whole
point.
presentation.
That's the way
You
to
gotta
do
do
it. You
a
have to do the
detailed
slideshows.
diatribe.
You got to do your failed resolutions from last year, and then
Yes.
talk about your new resolutions.
Yeah,
with a whole PowerPoint in
exactly.
the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make like a growth chart, but it's just going to be about like Cheeto consumption over my years.
A flow
There was a big dip when I hit like 23, but for some odd reason it's back on the rise.
Really?
What is so, Dadley? You have this consistency within your characters that there is a list of something that they keep. What is the list that 12 has?
I don't know,
I gotta
things
come-
he's fucked up.
Probably.
What?
That sounds like
I can't think of a list that Zog had. Oh, like passengers.
Zog?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his fucking passengers on his arm.
Passengers. And Merc had all the
Then
times he
that-
skinned his knee.
Yeah.
No.
12 probably. I mean, dude,
Classic.
let me think about it. Well, dude,
Well,
let's
yeah.
let's
We'll
focus
answer
on
that
Inquisition.
question on Tuesday. So stick around.
Yeah.
Anything else? I believe that's it for now. So, why don't we hop into a recap? Last we left off, we finally, after 3 episodes of fucking around and special themes and topics, we finally did brunch after saving the town hall, the mayor rather, from a demon, making a residence in his house. And that was fun, but it took like way too long for the brunch to actually resolve itself. And now they went through it. They learned some hot goss. They learned about some potential new leads on big theme events happening in the world around them. And they're gonna continue chasing waterfalls. So, we ended the last session with Zog getting scooped up once again by champion idiot Zog. What a great string of titles for Zog. Getting swooped up by his patron once again, and fulfilling a small contract with her to earn more of her favor and a new weapon. And apparently, all you had to do was kill a sea elf heretic, which you did very
apparently,
easily.
yeah.
Like with no negative thoughts and feelings about it whatsoever. And
You think Zog has any thoughts in that head?
Yeah, it's this weird collision of himbo meets sociopath. Like,
It's like, you know what? I just like killing people, and I'm not going to question it. It's fine.
it's not that he
Oh,
likes
God.
killing people. It's that he doesn't there's, I don't know.
doesn't
We'll figure
feel
it
it.
out.
He
as
It's
we
like you
go.
feel
kill
anything when
somebody,
he
and you're
kills
just
a-
like, you know what? I'll probably see him next week. If I don't, it's whatever. Okay.
It's alright.
Just kills them. See you at brunch tomorrow, buddy.
At some point in time, Dippy's gonna have one of them come back and be like the BBG.
Dude, that's what it is. Zog accidentally killed somebody, and then 2 days later found out that guy had a twin. And we're just like, oh yeah, there he is. Yeah.
And the twin's evil, and you killed the good one.
watch that.
Oh no.
Watch that be the continuation of the fucking corporate guy from the first arc of the series.
He has it, dude. He's the evil twin, and that corporate guy was the nice one.
Yeah, the
And, like-
comparative nice one.
And the nice one was actually like, you know, Tesla's ex.
Whoa. Whoa, yeah.
Okay.
So,
On a boat again.
We're on a
and
boat
that's the
again.
title, and that's the title of the episode. On the boat again.
This is a soap opera now, maybe.
On the boat again.
Does anybody have any soap?
Just
or
can't
thing
wait to
baths?
get on the boat again. The life I love and live is making music with my friends. All right.
Ellie doesn't take that kind of bath.
Yeah, I know. Yours has a little bit more tongue.
So it is morning time. The sun is rising, and the clouds
hear
are
the
once again
wailing
gathering
of
in the
night
sky.
owls.
Yeah.
Morning time. I'm so sorry.
quick, stupid world building. With all the radioactivity, nocturnal animals haven't been able to figure out a sleep schedule now, so they're just all insomniacs.
Nocturnal
animals.
Every once in a while, you just see a bird. Like birds have just got like this really hard head. It's because every once in a while you just see them drop from the air, and they just boom.
Just moments of exhaustion within nighttime foul.
The random encounter that is a rock that just falls right to the ground is like.
Awesome.
An
There you go,
insomniac
Dippy. Free world
rock.
building.
What, buddy?
And in Rockniac.
That's good.
Oh my god.
All right.
Writing that one down. All right. So, it is morning. If you haven't already taken a long rest, you may do so on your character. Please double check that your character is level 7.
Oh, I gotta take 2 levels off.
No!
I don't know if I rolled my health, but I am level 7.
Well, you know what, buddy?
What's everybody else's health at? Am
45.
I like bad? 45?
58.
58? Quinlan, what are you at?
Health.
Health.
Wise.
Health. 75.
Golly.
Willow?
What?
That makes sense.
61.
God damn.
Allie, did you roll your health?
I just do the auto health, you know?
I
Oh.
do the auto health as well.
I roll mine.
I just did the auto health. I got 14
yeah.
armor class too. I'm not a
Oh,
fighter.
yeah,
I'm a lover.
Okay.
It's the one time the dice love me.
Well, there you go. So, 'tis the morning. Other than Zog being a little wet, nothing out of the ordinary presents itself.
Just an exciting dream. Don't ask about it.
So, your passenger, Butcher,
Yes.
he kind of makes his way up to the captain's quarters, like, because the captain's quarters kind of is the in-between between the main deck and the lower deck. So
Yeah.
he passes through, and you see that the lump on his shoulder has, for lack of a better way to put it, calcified more. His growth has grown again a little bit more since the last time you saw it. And he kind of looks to you and he's like, "Good morning. Hope everyone slept well."
Yeah. You feeling all right today?
It's just acting up again. Oh, nothing to worry about. I'm sure it'll die down just like it has up until this point. It's a little bit of sea water on it. Never hurt anything. And he kind of like leans up against the side of the boat and leans his shoulder out over the railing, almost as if he's like airing out his hump.
Can I? Sorry, I've asked this before and I never remember. Clerics redo their spells every morning, right?
You have access to the entirety of the cleric spell list, and you choose what spells you want in the morning. You can change your spells every morning to prepare them.
Okay.
You cannot prepare them in the middle of the day.
All
You
right,
just
so
you
that-
just
all
have to
right,
wait
I'm
until the
getting my
next
spells
long
ready
rest.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, because I want to try something with him.
Okay. And I would allow you to change your spells now, obviously. I mean, you
Yeah,
preempted
first thing in
it,
the
so.
morning. Yep. Because I want to try, if he's down for it, be like, hey, I've used some magic on you before, ease the pain and whatnot.
Mhm.
I have a spell I haven't used. I don't know. I've never used it before. I'll be honest.
What makes you so eager to have me as your first trial of it then?
Because I think it would help you out, man.
Well, if I were willing to accept your help, what would you be doing with me?
I want to cast Remove Curse on him.
Okay.
So I'm
Do
like,
you
I think
explain it to him, or do you just do it?
So Zog's not gonna do it without his permission, but I also don't think Zog understands how to explain it. So it'd just basically like Zog seeing like it'll be kind of like I think it's just gonna like make you feel better. I don't know. It's just like taking bad stuff out of you.
I don't know that it would do anything necessarily to help with my shoulder, but if it did, I suppose I wouldn't mind.
Okay, and I got Revivify if need be.
Well, I suppose that's good to know too. And he like starts backing up, like he's like, well, why did he have to bring up the fact that I might die?
I'm joking, buddy. I do have. If this doesn't work, I have at least something that'll make you feel better throughout the day.
Right.
All right, and yeah, I'm gonna cast Remove Curse.
Okay.
I'm gonna just put my hands on his shoulder. And
Can
lock
you
eyes with
please
him.
describe everything that Remove Curse can affect?
All curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Okay. So you dump your magic from your brain to your fingers, and from your fingers into his shoulder, and throughout his body. He feels a little convulsion go like from you to him and back to you as you feel the spell's energy reverberate through his body and then just straight back into yourself. You feel as if it didn't affect anything, and it didn't connect with anything in his body.
Okay, then while I'm holding on to him, I just cast.
He shudders.
Yeah. Oh.
He shudders, and he's just like,
Sorry, bud.
That's a little cold.
Worth a try. I always actually, I always imagine it of like when you get an IV in your arm and like that area starts getting like cold and whatnot from the inside. Yeah. And while I'm holding on to him, then I just cast Enhance ability. We'll do Cat's Grace just to, I did this last time to him just to make him feel a little bit better for a bit, waking up in the morning, stretch out the bones.
Okay. So until it's dispelled. No, is it an hour or is it until it's
1 hour. But
okay,
hopefully he's
Baldur's Gate
more
3
limbered up.
Baldur's Gate 3 enhance ability lasts until you dispel it or until you cast a different concentration spell, which I think is great. But if we're maybe I'll change something about that. I don't know. So, he feels this like limberness in his body and he's just like, huh. Well, that certainly feels like a pick-me-up, but,
Just get the day going on a good foot,
Yeah, and he just kind of shakes it out, and he walks over, picks up, produces a fishing pole from the top deck that seem to just be lying around everywhere now. You've either actively or passively gathered like at least 3. He just picks one of them up and he starts.
How restaurants have that bin of umbrellas that's been left, Zog has that for fishing poles.
Yeah, I love the fact that you have a lost and found bin like that.
Yeah, it's mostly fishing poles. There's a couple hats in there. There's like one little dagger that he's already appraised. Is this worth any? No, all right, just back at the
No, it's not worth anything. It's a toy dagger.
It's like a kid. It's a play dagger. Yeah, it's retractable.
Yeah, just a kid brought it on with him, and he left it, and you like started driving away, and you were like, "Oh shit, wait!" And he was already walking away. Like, didn't matter to him at all. So,
can Sundial go fishing?
Of course, we can take. Yeah, we can take. We can start the journey with some rolls, with some random encounter rolls.
Let's do it.
But before you set off for the morning, Courier, standing on the edge of your boat, or standing at the edge on the harbor. Message for... it's in some weird writing. Can one of you understand this? They told me to look for a, oh, and as soon as he locks eyes with you, Allie, message for you.
Thank you.
Told me to look for the bald cat person, and hands you the
Thanks. And I take the.
apologies. Safe travels, and he books it. +1 inspiration point for props. All right.
Thank you.
So-
do I recognize the handwriting of the sender?
That would be the handwriting of your family.
Oh fuck. Okay, great. I'm just gonna pocket that real quick. And
I
I'm gonna
finally
look at it when I'm
I
not
finally
around
rolled a
other
random
people.
encounter check at the beginning of the day, and I was. So you have a letter from your family.
Did anybody else see me? People saw me get this letter, yeah?
Well, yeah.
just
Everybody,
like-
everybody who's out on the
Hey,
top
Allie,
deck.
who's the letter from?
It's just an acquaintance.
Oh, okay.
I fold it and I'm just gonna put it away and I will read it
thought I
when
was
I am
your-
alone.
Read it later.
Holy shit, child. Hi.
Zog just nudges son down. Allie's getting love letters.
All right. Anyone else have anything they
Well,
want to do before
I'm proud
the
of her
boat
for,
sets off?
you know, trying. Proud of them for trying.
Incredible. Anything anyone has before the boat sets off?
No. Fuck this town. Let's
All
leave.
right.
Let's leave.
Waterfalls.
Waterfalls.
All right.
Woo!
First and foremost, Zog,
Water.
roll
Yay.
roll a water vehicles check to determine how quickly you traveled today.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Actually,
Yeah.
fuck, I'll roll 2 random
Idiot.
encounters then. You are hardly interrupted
Okay.
at all.
Can I roll
We're just-
one?
Moving right along.
Dippy, can I roll one of those random encounters?
Sure, I'll get
I
rid
have
of
these
that
nice.
one.
I have these spiky balls.
Oh, fun.
They're spiky dice. So
Let me double check my list. Make sure that
I got an 8
that
or a B.
or a
What?
B or a B. My name is Michael with a B, and I have a fear of insects. Well, stop. Where? Where? What?
Where's-
Where's the B? There's
Where's
a
the
B.
B?
All right. This, however, is something.
I'm fishing
Yes, you
at the back of the boat, not the front. The back, where the
Yes, you
water's
are.
like.
Let's see here.
Moving right along.
You know what? I'll make it a simple one this time.
Where are your cookies? They're in the fridge.
And I'll actually tie it to what you're doing. No check required, no roll required. Sundial. Or we'll catch up with him.
Sorry, you can talk to me. Sorry,
Yeah, I'll
my
make
daughter
it.
was
I'll
just-
make it tied to what you're doing because I'm gonna make it a simple one. I've been wanting to roll on this table for a while.
Do I catch the same frog guy?
No. No check required, no roll required. You are fishing, and then all of a sudden you feel a tug on your line. You reel it in, and you pull up a potion bottle.
Hey. Well then.
I want you to roll a D100 to determine what potion you just caught.
Okay, cool. Where's my D100s? Okay.
The potion of lucky fishing.
I got a 14.
14. And then I want you to flip a coin.
How about I roll a D4 instead?
Actually, yes. In the book, that is what it suggests. Is a D4.
3, so I'm gonna say tails. Is
No,
odds or-
just roll a D4. Tell me what you got.
Okay, I got a 3.
And what was the D100 you rolled? Sorry.
14.
Okay. You pull the potion bottle up, and it looks like it's hard to describe.
Arcana check.
Yeah, go ahead.
21.
Wow. Okay. Well, in the bottle, you see a clear, thick liquid, but you can see it has like the consistency of like syrup, but it's just clear. It's almost like if you picked it up and looked at it, it's almost like someone just filled a potion flask full of water, but the closer you look at it, you see like shit just like floating like in place in it, like mineral deposit, just like it's not sinking to the bottom or floating to the top. This is a thick liquid.
Ew.
You uncork it. You smell it. It smells like sea salt.
You see
Smells
like
like-
a massive like little hole come out of his face, and, like nose. Is...
Yeah, just big nostril. Just sniffing it. It smells like sea salt. And
Have
in
I ever
Arcana
been
check
to the sea?
21,
You're at the sea right now.
No, this is a river.
it's a
I
river.
thought this was still saltwater though.
It is. It is. It's.
So does it smell like the ocean,
It smells like
or
sea
does
salt.
it smell
It smells
like
like-
what I'm fucking in? Okay.
It,
Or does it
it
smell like
smells like
fish?
sea salt. It smells like sea salt, like
Okay.
ocean sea salt, like ocean water.
Like, it smells
Valley
like
sea
shit.
salt at the
With a
sea.
21 Arcana check, you also catch a whiff that this is. Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. With a 21, you can tell that this is a poison, not a potion. The thickness of the liquid would supplant that you would coat a weapon in this.
Allie, I got poison for you.
Oh,
Don't kill my
Quinlan.
friend.
may I see?
Quinlan, in your dark, would you like some poison too? I've got a lot here.
Quinlan doesn't even open his eyes because he's just laying out on the deck of the ship in his skivvies with his snake wrapped around his neck.
Just choking him a little. Got a
just-
little bit
just
of a
a
tent
little
going.
bit.
Just a little
Just a
tent
little
pitch.
bit.
Just a little bit.
And he just
Enough to like it, not enough to hurt.
his snake has got an attitude problem and he doesn't care.
Bites you, it's like, ah.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you now. He just tightens around the neck. Okay. Are you gonna kill me or
I have
God.
just the Thanos video. I have to break your neck. It's not. I'm just the messenger.
yeah?
Anyway,
But
Allie.
he just shakes his head. No.
Can I cast Identify on this vial of poison?
now I could be very specific here
Uh-huh.
and say that you have to touch the poison to identify it, as opposed to the
Okay.
bottle that it's in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that.
But
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'll do that.
I'll say that.
Now he's not afraid.
I'll say that the potion bottle is the catalyst for identifying what is in it. So
Okay, maybe I'm like, I was
So
thinking like
you
I
can
could be, like,
identify
examining
it
the
just by
cork.
holding the bottle, and identifying. So because I remember
Poisons aren't bad to touch. Acids are the things
Toxins
that
are bad to touch. Yeah.
Yeah, acids and toxins are bad to touch.
me
Poisons.
check and double check.
Technically, your whole body is like an open porous organ, so like you could still die from touching poison if it was potent enough.
But this one's thick and viscous.
That's
Technically,
true.
this is
So are you
magic
using
anyways.
a spell slot for identify, or are you using a ritual?
I do not have it as a ritual. I only have it as a spell slot.
Okay. I'm
If
gonna
you
cast
have
my
it
line again.
available as a spell, you can cast it as a ritual.
As a
You
As a
are
bard?
always available
Yeah.
to cast
that
it
a
as a
thing?
ritual. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ritual spells are
No
always
matter
available.
if it is marked as a ritual, you are
thought you
always
had to
able to cast it as a
No.
ritual.
I thought you had
If
to
you're-
have the skill ritual spellcasting, which
No,
bards do not
no,
get.
no.
Oh. Well, fuck it. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
no,
waste
wait,
the
no,
spells.
wait.
I'm
Wait,
pretty
hold
sure you
on.
have to
Oh,
have the
fuck it,
skill
no, never mind.
of. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go past the DM. No.
Wait, what? No.
Technically, clerics, druids, and wizards are the only ones that have ritual spellcasting ability outside of their.
Does
active
it say that on there?
But-
like,
You can get it as a feat, but I don't have it as a
Yeah.
feat. I have literally one spell I can do as a ritual, and it's distort value.
right.
But you can, as like, within the feat, take bard ritual
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. Bard. Spellcasting, cantrips.
I know, like I
don't
as
have
a
it under my
DM,
Ritual
features.
casting, yeah.
I
You
know
can cast
I, as
any
a
bard
DM,
spell
alone.
you know as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag. Yes. So
Okay, cool.
you have.
Don't have it
the
under my feet,
capability
so
to ritual cast.
I'm
So
down for that.
it would take 10 minutes, which means I'll get back to you on that if you want to do
Okay,
it that
okay.
way, or
I'm
if you just
casting
want to
my
use
line
it.
again.
All right. Roll a
I'm just
nature
meditating with this vial in my lap.
check. Roll a nature check.
Zog comes by. What's this? Drink.
Honestly, I can see that happening.
I can see that happening too.
Like, Jaeger. Ugh.
It's clear, just vodka.
I will say,
Who makes thick vodka?
because it's about to be identified very shortly, it would be hilarious if Zog was the one to have the experience with this poison.
Dippy.
Yeah.
I got. Damn it! I might have just thrown it away. Never mind. I don't know. I
What?
rolled a nat 20 for fishing.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I was like, wait, you didn't ask me.
No, yeah, I told you.
He said a nature check.
Yeah, make a nature check.
Oh, you did?
Natural
Okay,
20.
cool.
So natural 20 nature.
24 then, all together.
Nice.
I love that Sundial has
As
a
you're
+1 to medicine, which means that he kind of knows what he's doing, but not really.
As you're floating along, your line, you kind of are guiding your line through the water to imitate, you know.
I'm having
to
my
imitate
pseudopod,
bait better. Yeah.
like drop in and go, like
And
actually
that's
little,
drawing
like, do
in-
the dangles and shit.
That's drawing in the bigger catches. You feel a heavy bite. Roll a d4.
Okay. Four.
4. All right. As you
Get
reel
a
it,
cauldron.
as you you reel in, and you find on the end of your line what can only be described as an what's the word? A gar? Big, long, pointy, like chainsaw looking nose.
Okay.
But each one of its bony protrusions, which are technically not teeth, but each one of its bony protrusions looks like it is made of pure platinum.
I'm gonna yank that bitch onto the.
I need you to roll initiative for me.
Fantastic. Am I fighting this bitch?
Possibly.
Okay. Nat 20.
Nope. Wait.
I got another nat 20
Are
on
you
the spiky
fucking
ball.
kidding me?
I'm not even shitting you. That is the dopest thing ever. So 23 in total. That's a bit
That's the initiative roll. Whoop. 7. You go first.
loud. I would hope so.
This thing is now thrashing wildly about on the top deck.
So describe what this thing looks like to me.
It is, like I said, it looks like a very long sawtooth gar, about, you know,
What is
about
a gar?
5-6 feet
Is that
long.
a type of fish?
It is a fish, yes. A
Okay.
gar is a...
Can I look up what a garg is? Because I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh,
Garg.
you can look it up.
Garg.
Garg.
Well,
Ah,
garfish.
okay,
No
cool.
G, yeah, it's just long.
But
just gar.
its entire mouth looks like it's made of platinum.
Yeah, it should have like bony protrusions coming out of its bill,
Okay, cool.
right? In the pictures.
I see it. Yes.
Each of those bony protrusions looks like it's made of platinum.
Okay, cool. I actually don't think that Sundial would use magic in this situation. Instead, he's just gonna make his hand to a giant maw, because he's proficient within a maw.
A maul, like a hammer,
maw, like a big fucking maw, like just
like a hammer,
big fucking,
like a giant fucking hammer. Okay.
Like you just see this tiny little bean guy just go big hammer and just bam right in the fucking head.
Is that
of
an
this
unarmed
thing.
strike or is it a maul attack?
It's a maul. It's
Is that
we
part of
talk-
the plasmoid? Is that
yeah.
you can form
well,
your?
No, that's part of Sundial.
It's an unarmed strike.
It's an unarmed
It's an
strike.
unarmed
but,
strike. Okay.
But Sundial,
Unarmed strike would
he's-
give proficiency because it's a mall, you know?
yeah.
You know what?
We
Fuck
talked
it.
about
Rule
this
of
when I
cool,
made
I'll take
Sundial.
that. I'll take that. You can add your proficiency because you shape it into a hammer you're proficient with.
There we go. 17 plus 7.
17
That's a
on its
20.
own would hit. 17 on its own would hit. Roll
Okay, I get
damage.
to roll a d4 plus my strength.
Nice.
Ooh, fuck yeah. 12.
12
I got
damage.
an 8. Dude, I'm rolling so good. Yeah, I got
And you watch as it's like thrashing violently. It starts thrashing really violently. You knock it over the head with this hammer hit. Bah! And it seems not stunned conditioned, but fuck, like you hit it a lot harder than it thought you were gonna hit it. It will take its turn. It is going to thrash. That's a 19 to hit.
Shield. Kidding.
What is your armor
Wait,
class plus shield?
18 is my normal armor class. Do I actually have shield?
Really?
Yeah, mage armor plus my bracers of defense. Actually, I don't have shield.
What the fuck?
I don't have shield.
Oh, you don't have shield? Okay.
I have an 18
19
armor
does
class
hit.
just standing.
So 19 does hit.
Yeah.
It will swing. And I'll say this acts a little bit differently because you are a plasmoid.
Don't know damage.
You take 6 piercing damage.
Cool.
You also take 3 cold damage.
Ah!
And you
Okay.
watch as the prongs on its bill kind of slice through your skin. They leave like a hyper frozen trail, like gash mark in their wake.
So it like as it cuts through me,
It flash
the
freezes your
plasmoid
flesh.
form does not come back together. Instead, it just freezes the plasmoid.
Yeah, it like
becomes its
flash,
own tissue.
like liquid nitrogen flash freezes your flesh as the prongs pass, specifically where the prongs pass through.
This is awesome.
That's its turn. Everyone else on the top deck who is seeing
Wait,
this.
can I just kill it?
Yeah, I was about to say it's gonna come
just
back
wanna
up to
fight.
you. It's gonna come back up to you. Everyone else on the top deck can see this if you want to take any action for it, or you just want to watch Sundial beat up a fish.
I put 2 gold in the middle of me and Quinlan and say, I think the fish has it.
I just. That's awesome.
Quinlan opens
You're mine,
his
bitch.
eyes, sits up on his elbows, looks over. You put how many?
2
Just
gold,
2 gold.
2 gold for the fish to win this
2
fight.
gold for the fish.
I was gonna put 5 on the fish.
Allie flicks over one coin and says, "I bet a bird will intervene."
I'll take those odds, and I slap the
Know
5
what?
down.
It's passing out season.
Dippy, I give you the permission to roll a d20 at the beginning of initiative, and then on a 20, a bird comes down and hits the fish. Okay?
I wasn't gonna need your permission. No, it's an 8.
Okay, damn.
No.
You got me excited. Ooh, cold? Haha! Firebolt. Bam.
Firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt.
Make an attack.
Okay. 18.
18.
Yeah.
Hits.
Okay. Holy shit.
And don't you do like 2d10 fire damage with Firebolt now?
I got a 10 and a 9.
The fish. The
Like,
fish.
bam! Ah, fuck!
So
Ha-ha!
whereas your flesh flash froze when the
Fish flash flash.
when the fish hit your flesh flash froze. Instead, you flash flambe the fish.
Okay, so this is what
like-
happened.
it, like-
This is what you guys see. I want to describe this. So
Sure.
basically, Sundial goes straight redneck, like pulls up the fish. He's like, ha ha! Big hand, bam, right in the head. Fish goes in response, cuts at him. He's like, ah, fucker, and just like hand becomes a gun, just bam, right in the head.
And the fish perishes on the deck.
Ah, did you see that? So there's just like a hole in its head right now.
There's like a frozen gash mark across your chest. Butcher, who was also reeling in a fish, reels in his fish, and it looks like a double-headed bass, but the 2 heads are on opposite sides of the fish. So it's like a head this way and a head this way.
Yeah, cat dog vibes.
Yeah,
I want to know
a
what
cat
caused
dog fish. Hey, that's actually not bad.
Cat dog fish!
Cat dog fish.
I want to know what caused this thing to do cold damage to me. So I'm gonna investigate it with like whatever you want to do.
I would say a survival check if you want to harvest it, or just a nature check if you want to check it.
Nature. Does anybody want to help me?
No. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm distracted by identify still, I think.
At this point, I would say that your identify would kick in at the end of this.
Zog will give the help action. He's just walking over. He'll be like, I've seen these fish before. What you're going to want to do is like put the thumb right in the eye socket so you can get jaw nice and open.
Okay, 18 survival.
18 survival.
Yes.
You are able to very delicately put, like, you know how you like squeeze a pimple by approaching it from both sides?
Yeah.
You approach each protrusion from both sides, and each bony protrusion with the tensity of the body being lost under the immense heat of the fire that you set it on ablaze with. You were able to basically just like and you were able to do that with about 6 of these protrusions before you're like, and then it's like getting, like, you're like burning yourself.
My hair is being crazy.
And you are able to recover 6 permafrost gar teeth.
Allie.
Yes.
And you're in the middle of the
Identify hits on the poison.
Okay.
This
What is it?
Google top reserve.
This is Fisherman's Bankruptcy. When this poison comes into contact with any part of a person's... this is a contact poison. You apply it to a weapon, and on a successful hit, the person immediately and indefinitely becomes allergic to salt water. Every time they touch salt water, they take 3d6 poison damage.
That's actually going to be, like, that's actually pretty handy.
Uh,
That's neat.
I swear to God, I have this book of random tables, and it had potions, and I was like, okay, this random encounter is you're gonna catch a potion. 14 on detrimental potions and poisons is this exact fucking thing, and I'm like, you caught this out of the water. Like, it's like poetic. This is Fisherman's Bankruptcy.
It bankrupts fishermen. I suppose makes it so that if they try to go swimming after they consume this or inflict this, they just don't have a good time anymore.
Okay. That's awesome. You can have it.
Thanks.
But, so I have 6 of these. There's 6 of us. Can you help me make them into things?
Into...
So, does this hurt when I touch it?
A little. You're struggling to hold on to it, like, at the base of the...
Don't you know, like, jewelry? Wait, who knows jewelry in this group?
Like, you are just barely having to
me.
hold on to each tooth by the root in order for the, like, natural effect of it to not be, like, freezing your fingertips.
What trades are we good at?
I'm good at musical instruments
I boat.
and disguising.
I can boat.
That would be musical instruments. And that's
I was about to say, is this tool proficiencies?
Well,
that's it. As far
What?
as tool, I don't do anything else but play music. Sorry, buddy.
Does nobody have, like, a tool proficiency?
No, I'm a kit, disguise kit.
I have thieves tools.
Disguise.
I have disguise kit and thieves tools, which
I have navigator tools and water vehicle.
Navigator tools.
Beautiful.
Willow.
I have painting supplies and calligraphy and a herbalization kit.
Oh, okay. Willow,
Oh, so you
make
can
a nature
like, cool
check.
things. I'm checking Burk.
Nature, nature, nature.
Forgery kit. Fucking hell.
That's gonna be a 21.
21.
We
If
need
you
hobbies.
grind up,
Yeah.
if you grind up the tooth of a permafrost gar, and you mix it into a natural potion brew with a couple of other like base ingredients, it might produce a very potent cold, like additional cold damage poison.
Like a coating that you could put on
Yeah.
a weapon.
If you ground
Mix
up
it.
permafrost gar teeth, you can make I'll basically lay it out as this.
Would we-
You can coat a weapon in a poison made with permafrost gar teeth. Call it whatever you want. No one's done it up to this point, and it'll deal an additional 2d4 cold damage.
Dippy.
Yes.
Now that you've put that idea into play,
Of course, you
What
could also
if-
just tie it as an arrowhead on the end of arrows
What
and make
if-
cold arrows.
I wanted to make a, like, what is it, like a snake bite dagger? But it instead has permafrost.
A
Grip?
snake bite dagger. You're gonna have to elucidate me on that one.
That's a, or is it? Wait, what is the venom bite dagger or whatever? It's in D&D. It's poison dagger, whatever. Basically, as its description, it has poison that drips from it. So
Oh.
if we were able to infuse that with this, would it then instead do cold damage?
More than likely.
I would like to hold on to these and. Does anybody have a
that
container? This
scenario.
shit hurts. Well, the next, for like.
Dog
forge that
hands
we
you
go
an
to.
empty coffee can.
Okay, puts it in there, and then I'm
Plink,
just gonna.
plink, plink, plink,
There's
plink.
some like loose copper in it and whatnot. It was my change jar, but I haven't been keeping up.
You
with
notice as the sides of the coffee can begin to form a layer of frost on them.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna need a bottle, but this will work for right now. Do I have a bottle on me? Do I
You
an
have
empty bottle?
6 permafrost gar teeth.
Okay, I will add that to my inventory. ...
in a can.
in a coffee can.
In a coffee can.
Okay.
Did we not find a random bottle on the ground?
I'm sure I didn't realize you needed a bottle. I'm sure there's empty liquor bottles on this boat too.
Okay, then I'm just gonna get one of those. But so sit.
you
I'll
take
just get
the
a liquor
teeth.
bottle and put them in there.
I'll say
I
that some of
give you a
the
bottle of the bee's knees.
rest of this period of downtime is you transferring from a can to a bottle. Meanwhile,
permafrost
boat
teeth.
has been going full speed this whole time. You've managed to catch a good tide, and you're
In the background this whole time is just Zog on the wheel.
yeah, just charging on through the water at a breakneck pace. You are making wicked good time.
Hey, can I? I just want to make a suggestion.
Yeah.
So I have an immovable rod. Could we have just used that as like the anchor?
Mm,
You would have to go into.
I was
the
about to
water,
say
I would
you would have to
assume.
place the
I
movable
didn't
rod
just send
in
my,
the,
you know,
the
plasma
movable
gun.
rod. Whoa, a movable rod.
I have a pseudopod.
It's
I
a
can just
movable
fucking Drop
rod.
it in there.
Wait,
Hug.
how does it? Wait, if you would, all right, if you attach the immovable rod to the boat, does it move with the boat, or does it like
Stop.
break
It
the
just
boat where it is?
you activate the immovable rod and you are immediately like held in place with the rod, and the boat just
Okay.
goes off without
Okay.
you.
But if you do it like an anchor, but instead of putting it in the water, you put it up in the air, the boat just stays.
Oh,
You don't have to go in the water. It can
actually,
just
also,
chain.
yeah.
Not a bad idea.
I still never understood how immovable rods went with the changing of the planet and the rotation of us around the sun and around ourselves, because it doesn't really make sense if it's immovable that it's holding on to the gravitational place
It's
that it has.
fucking
the
magic,
longitudinal-
okay?
It's locking.
I'm just
It's
saying it
it's-
doesn't make sense.
It's locking into
It's
its
magic, it's not
gravitational
supposed to.
position on the planet it currently resides on.
So
If you
therefore it's
activate
not
an
immovable.
if you activate an immovable rod in space, it is not an immovable rod. You can still move move it around. Yeah.
Immobility
It's
is
not immovable then.
relative.
Yes, it is. It's a semi-movable.
This is a semi-immovable.
It's a latitude longitude rod.
Yes, yes. It's a placeholder rod. Like that's what it really is.
It's a pinpoint.
This is just
it's
turned
the
into-
world's biggest pinpoint.
This is just turned into. This is just turned into. Click
GPS
all the
tracking
way.
with a movable rod.
My recommendation for a Daverdy's episode is now that you have an episode where you just debate the logistics of magical items. You're
Oh my
welcome for
God.
that.
Honestly,
Write that down. Write that down. This
If
is
we're doing
just
a team,
turned
someone's only
into.
on my-
This is turned into that one thread that I saw where someone just
I asked
said,
to be
"Clicks
present for
button
that
on immovable
episode.
rod. Universe automatically creates a black hole around immovable dense mass." Like, it's just an immovable rod just becomes a black hole generator because so much mass is moving so quickly that as soon as any part of it stops in place, it just smashes atoms into a black hole. Anyway.
Oh, is immovable rod a 9th level spell? It's a closet. It's a closet 10th level.
Oh, right. It's a closet 10th level spell.
That's funny.
It's like
Freeze.
you just put the immovable rod into the ground. Boom, mountain. Because of all the earth that it just
Yeah, that just. Oh,
creates a fucking crack.
guess
in the air.
who's here?
Is it Santa?
They are here.
No, Santa's not real.
It is
What?
LostChaos. Hello.
Bye.
Who's been breaking into my house?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
That's your dad.
I am so sorry, y'all.
No apologies.
Listen,
took
we've literally
forever.
made it like 2 minutes into the actual game.
Yeah, we're
Uh-huh.
we have not
All
done
We're
it.
not very
Paying
far.
attention a little bit to the
Exactly-
fishing.
Exactly
that was
like
happening.
12 minutes because identify happened.
Yeah.
That's fair. Alrighty.
All right.
Prepared.
I'm gonna go fish again because this is cool.
All right. Well, we'll get back to that. So, the rest of your travel for the rest of the day.
I like to
Go-
imagine
moving
that
into-
Sundial is fishing with the cursed rod the entire time. Also, how's the medallion in my body?
It's not. It's just been like sitting on the deck of the boat. Like,
Okay, cool.
notably,
fucking touched
wasn't stolen this morning. Obviously, it was still on your
Well,
boat.
of course, nobody was strong enough to be able to touch it.
Exactly.
I
By the way, for the uninitiated, there is just a symbol of the champion of a symbol of Tiamat's champion just sitting on the deck of the boat that no one has interacted with since Sundial. Like,
Sundial, every time
Wait,
anybody
what?
every time anybody talks about it, Sundial's just like it's in timeout.
it's in
would Zog be getting vibes from it now that he's a champion too? Like champion to champion? Like
damn it. Okay, hold it. We're gonna resolve this
Dippy,
now.
you're the one that put this in the game.
No, I know, but these questions. See, I love to DM in a style of let's introduce things to the game and let the players figure out how this plays out.
I'll say it this way: Zog's not going out of his way to interact with it, but now that he's a
Right,
champion,
right.
if there's any vibes going on,
Yeah,
he will.
yeah. Quick resolution. Yeah,
No.
this medallion is like an oppressive force on this boat. It's irradiating like an aura of like when you feel gut feeling that somebody is like a really, like a psychopath. When you know how you can kind of instinctively tell when someone is a psychopath,
No.
Yes.
or like a gut feeling.
Yeah.
You get that
Bad
around
vibes,
this medallion.
bad juju.
Yeah, it's bad juju around the medallion.
Bad vibes, man.
While I've been traveling and whatnot, just alone in my captain's quarters, I'd probably like, in some way, like I feel like you could X this if this isn't how it's been. Umberly's been real talkative now that I'm her champion. I haven't had to do a whole lot of like I'm gonna sit and meditate. I'm just kind of like, hey, and she's there. But Zog's still gonna go through like prairie and whatnot as he's like, what do I do with this thing? Like if I toss it overboard, am I gonna get like this thing after me? Like, because I don't want it on the boat, and I think it would be kind of funny to throw another champion's trinket in the fucking salt water where it belongs.
No. Sundials are like, no, that's my problem to have.
You don't hear this.
I know.
Anyway.
But you wouldn't hurt Sundial's feelings like that, would you?
Who's to say?
Oh, he absolutely.
Not the
Just Quinlan
manipulation tactic.
Just yes,
Oh, no.
just like
No,
100%.
not at all.
Oh no.
Sundial's your boy, all right?
Quinlan, your
That's
your
scary.
instinct reaction is like similar, but not nearly as pronounced as it is for Zog. It's like a tingling sensation in the back of your head, where Zog is like, "Ugh, I'm gonna die." Like,
Oh, if
Yeah.
it's that bad.
no,
I-
it's not.
okay.
Just as a hyperbole.
Okay, so since it's a tangle and we're not doing anything, Quinlan's gonna go over and
Oh no.
pick it up.
Okay. You are greeted by
Overhead.
you are
Come say hi.
greeted in your head by a similar voice.
Hi.
Hello.
You are greeted in your head by a very similar voice.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Another seeks to prove themselves worthy of the chromatic queen.
Queen? King? We did this last time.
Queen.
Queen, yes.
Come out as a lady.
Of the chromatic queen.
It's whatever you want. It's your world.
It's a little bit of they, them.
A little.
Would you like some water?
Yeah, you hear this voice very prominently in your head as you pick up this medallion. Quinlan.
And who are you?
Are you flirting?
It's not important. What is important is whether you have deemed yourself worthy of.
And what title would that be?
Champion of the chromatic scales. Of the new Majesty Tiamat.
Hmm.
I sense you have elemental in you. No.
I do.
With the power of a grace coursing through your mind and veins, you can learn to take total control of all you survey.
Yeah.
And it's a very it's kind of like Satan speaking over your shoulder type vibe coming from this fucking necklace.
See, there's an issue there. It's not really my vibe.
Then you are simply not.
Can you feel a burning sensation in your hand?
I'm gonna
Similar to
hold
what
it.
similar to what Sundial had, obviously.
I'm gonna hold on to it for as long as I possibly can.
Make a Constitution saving throw, my dude.
And alright, let's see if I can hold on to this. Okay. 18 total.
You take 1 fire damage, and you are continuing to hold on.
If
Now
you
it seems
worthy, then you must let go.
And its power intensifies.
I am no one's bitch and throw it overboard.
Off the side of the boat, you watch it.
If this is like the other one, I have a feeling, because this is also Quinlan testing a theory, that it's like his coin and it'll show back up somewhere.
For the time being, you
just
watch it
threw away
sink. You watch it
sundials?
sink into the water below.
Cut to the cabin. Yeah, I just don't know if it's safe to throw it over, but what?
In the background, like through a porthole window, you just see a glint of light flashing over the side of the boat.
Anyway,
What's
somebody
being
Sundial's still
thrown
fishing.
away?
And you hear Quinlan go, and stay out.
All right, well,
Allie, I think Quinlan's going mad.
Looking at
All the best people
Sundial,
are.
just.
Am I not one of the best people then?
You
You
need to
are
be more
mad.
careful.
Sundial.
Fuck yeah. That's right.
Burk just heads out from down below and just sees Quinlan throw the coin. He's just like,
Yeah, and he's in his undies. He's just
I
tucking his
forgot about that.
Snake around his neck.
snake around his neck.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
what a
Perfect.
vibe.
Went on a
I'm
trash
guessing
island
it's
for
kind
that,
of
but-
sunny-ish, so
Okay.
he's just soaking up as much sun as he can.
Sundial, Quinlan definitely like alone time asshole bleaches in the sunlight.
No, moonlight.
Just
Quinlan
Moonlight.
does it in the moonlight, okay?
just
You gotta
fucking
get a solar
move-
and a lunar cleanse.
yeah, the fucking brother bear move salutation to the sun, just like.
There's no phone, no.
oh no.
The rest of your downtime is spent traveling.
I'm
I-
fishing.
and
Buck
fishing.
had one thing he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to check in with Adley. He asked for a reading after he became champion, and just things got busy and whatnot.
So about that,
Oh,
were you able to recover the originals, or you were? Okay.
Yes.
Then you may
Okay.
then you may resolve that now.
As Zog walks up, I definitely am about to open his letter, and then I see him and I just tuck it back away.
I've gotten my fair share of the romancing letters before. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
No, you
Oh,
haven't.
no. Oh, it's, no, it's not. It's,
Sundial
it's
take an
not-
inspiration point.
Thank you.
What did you need, Zog?
Oh, just I wanted to. I don't know. I feel different, and I wanted to know if I am. And you're good at that kind of vibe checks, and I don't. You're a smart person.
Pulls a card. It says yes.
The card. You should be to consult the cards on your newfound
If you don't mind.
power. Okay. Sit.
Do you want me to pay you? I ask you to do this a lot. Like,
I am living on your boat for free. Food given to me. I think payment enough has been given.
that's fair, actually. I never let anyone be on this boat for free before I met y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's not a very sound
in
business
Zog's mind,
practice.
as far as he's concerned, all of you are racking up a tab. Like that's all, that's all you are to Zog.
Not a very
Yeah,
sound
you're
The
business
champion
practice.
security.
But I'm not copying.
Sundial just doesn't know what money is. And for some reason, Zog has just gotten more of it since Sundial's been there.
Willow's the
Willow's
only
a
one
pet.
not racking up a tab because they're flying all the time, so they're not really on the boat.
That's fair. That's
Real,
fair.
it's half a tab because she sleeps on the boat, but then she just flies.
All right, Zog pops a squat and he.
I sleep in my hammock.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
takes. He now has the trident and the sunder on
That
his back
leaf?
that he like lays his weapons on his lap. And he's like, okay, let's.
Allie go like spreads the cards out in, like a very traditional, very different than how they've done tarot readings in the past. They usually flourish or pull things out. They just spread out a line, and they just go, "How much of a master of your own fate do you think you are?"
I mean, I captain this ship, and I feel like I make all the choices. Yeah, no, I am the master of my feet. Yeah.
Pick 3.
Zog just reaches out and like just 3 that are together. He just kind of like big hand on top of 3.
Like, oh. Interesting. Allie flips the first one, and it is the Albright.
Mm.
I am quite smart from what I've been told.
No, this is someone else.
Oh.
Usually a god or a higher being. Something that knows truths and has values that are far beyond our mortal understandings.
Pause.
Sundial.
Allie,
Yeah.
is this reading loaded or is it true?
This is the cards. These are the exact cards I pulled when Zog asked me last session.
So this
He
is
said
just
he wanted
the
to do
true
a reading.
This is not
Yes.
a loaded reading at all.
No. These
Okay.
are the cards that I pulled at the lunch
Just making
as we
sure.
were walking up.
Like, even beyond like that sense, like Allie did not consciously load a reading for Zog for this.
No, this is
Okay,
100% like she shuffled, laid them out, and then gave him agency to pick his cards.
Right.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Then continue.
Well, that
Usually
was that.
represents someone's who morals we cannot understand.
Okay. I mean,
Probably talking about Umberly, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of a wild card in the best kind of way.
You
She
feel
flips
a
the next
breeze
card.
Gently pass.
And it is the Things Among Reflection.
I'm obsessed with this tarot deck.
It is crazy.
Nice.
Interesting. Are you who you see in the mirror, Zog? Do you recognize yourself now? Will you recognize yourself later?
Yeah.
Hopefully that rings true. Things Among
Oh.
Reflections says that sometimes we don't look close enough. Sometimes we look far too close. Critiquing, examining, popping pimples in the mirror. Sometimes not always what it seems, especially in our own decisions, in our own perceptions of things.
Okay.
She flips the last card, and it is the Ten of Eyes.
Ooh.
He's got one on his dick. I'm sorry.
The radioactivity.
Yeah, mutations. Oh.
And imagine dragons of eyes, one would say.
I'm
Praiser of the
waking up.
sun. Left in a desert void of anything but itself. Sun burns away everything. And yet it still stares. Hoping, wishing, wanting. Awed at the grace and beauty that is the sun. The giver of life, the scorcher of dreams. Unblinking, unwavering, and yet still suffering in the sands of a desert of their own. Of the making of something.
Allie, check
Alright,
your
maybe this stuff-
check your Zoom messages.
Maybe this stuff just kind of goes over my head. I don't know. I appreciate it.
So, as the reading comes to a conclusion, you hear the waves lapping against the sides of the boat.
Yeah. Zog kind of just throws. I love just sliding both of his now. He has long weapons. Didn't expect that from him. He has very long weapons that he just slides them across on his back. And
Very
thank you.
intimidating posture.
Dog,
Oh yeah,
Nice.
son.
look at this.
Thank you again, Allie. Yeah, son. Yeah.
The sundial is currently on like the edge of the boat peeing for the first time. I didn't know I could do this.
Do plasmoids have to relieve themselves?
They don't have to, but if he chooses to. All right. I'm gonna be. I normally cook dinner. I'm gonna be just piling in this boat for a bit. We got good current underneath our feet. You guys are on your own for food. Sorry.
And
And
we
he
have,
just
we have
kinda
the big clam
There's a
still.
big fucking fish in the middle of our boat.
He just scurries.
There's the
to
clam as well.
Can Sundial just like have dropped his fishing pole and is just using like just using
like shooting fish in a barrel, but the barrel is the entire river.
But like using firebolt to just be like, I see you, bam.
Hey, Dippy.
Yes.
Would I have seen any visible changes in Zog during my reading with my passive
That's why I
perception?
sent you your Zoom messages,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'll vocalize it now. You can make an insight check. Now that you have brought it vocally to the table.
I just sent you the roll. Do you want me to do a new one, or you want to keep that one?
You're not sending it to me. You're
Oh, I
sending it to
sent it to the
someone
wrong
else,
person.
I suppose.
I did not get it either. It was.
I didn't get one that asked for an insight check, besides one from Sundial.
Zoom message.
You sent it to me.
Zoom?
Not
That's why I
Discord.
meant
Zoom.
No, that's what I'm saying. All of mine say
there
that
we
they're
go.
sent
coming
it to
from.
me.
I know they're all saying they're
Okay.
coming from.
Other than like a slight change in the vocal tone, you don't notice anything very different.
Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of a demeanor shift. Like, a lot of people saw that, but nothing like obvious. So, for your next fishing,
That's what I mean. It looked like it was sent from the wrong person,
Oh,
so
that's
I
weird.
responded to the message. Yeah.
because
I'll roll
that's
for
weird.
fishing.
Is it because you guys are on the same Zoom account again?
We are.
Probably.
Excuse me. Sorry. So sorry. So, for your final fishing for this part of the downtime, go ahead and just straight up roll a D100. I'm going to use this things that you pull up from a casted net thing that I've used in the past.
26. I'm rolling pretty low. on my D100.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yes! Chaos.
Oh no.
So you swap from a rod to a net after your rod is you're kind of moving a little too fast for the rod to be effective at this
Yeah, I'm
stage.
just like big net freaking in the water.
And you're basically just like skiff fishing now with the net running through the water. And you pick up thunk, like a big solid object inside of the net. Like along with a little bit of what would be like gruff cleanup, like twigs and branches and algae and whatever. You pull up the net and inside you see a perfect glass sphere coated in algae and other various things.
I'm gonna hike it up onto the boat. I got a thing!
As you start to kind of like clean it off,
Prestidigitation. Cleaned off.
the algae melts away from the surface of the glass ball, and on the inside
Is a baby.
is a live squirrel.
What? Wait, how big is this ball?
Like basketball size.
Okay.
Or maybe this is more like I don't know what ball size that would be. That would be like a medicine ball size.
Okay. So like that.
Yeah,
About
well, not
that-ish?
exercise ball. Like a weighted medicine ball. Like
got
you
it,
toss
got it, got
back.
it, got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Medicine ball
Okay.
size. Perfectly spherical, perfect glass sphere with a live squirrel inside. That's what you rolled.
Can I find like
It like
an area that
chitters.
how the squirrel got in?
It is a perfectly this is the weird part. It looks like a perfectly sealed ball. It doesn't look like there's any gaps or holes to tear away a door. It just looks like a ball.
I'm gonna try and bounce it.
Stop messing with Sandy Cheeks.
You like
Oh no.
drop it and you like throw it you like throw it a little bit expecting it to bounce. It just like embeds itself into the deck of the ship. No cracks, no breaks. But the floor of the ship breaks, the deck of the boat buckles under the weight and pressure.
Wait. I'm going to use a first level spell and cast Chromatic Orb using this. What happens?
Using the ball with a squirrel in it.
Yeah, sure.
I need to double check what chromatic orbs components
This
are.
poor squirrel.
Hold on.
No.
Does it suddenly start doing the disco dance?
Hold on. Chromatic orb.
Oh wait, a diamond worth 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, it's not a ball. You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature you can see using a diamond. No. So this would not count for that material.
Never mind. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. This would not count for that material component, no. So.
Who wants a
squirrel and a
Who
ball?
wants a squirrel and a ball? I have an idea, and I'm gonna tie my string, my fishing line around it, like try and get it nice and taut, and I'm gonna fish with the ball with the squirrel in it.
It's too heavy. You try to cast the line, and the ball is still like embedded in the deck of the boat.
Okay.
Oh.
So wait, I can't pick it up?
You can't cast a fishing line with it, I'll say.
Okay.
You can
Then
like
can I-
pry it from the deck of the boat, and you can pick it up, and you can mess around with it.
Okay, I would have probably figured that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to instead tie it into the net and be like, live bait.
Okay. We'll see where that goes later.
Okay, cool.
The rest of your downtime is
So
spent.
I have a net with a squirrel and an orb in it for bait.
Cool.
Once people are sufficiently not near me, I would like to read my letter. That can be now or
Okay,
later.
I'll give you a moment. I'll give you and Zog these moments to do these things. Zog, you said you were gonna commune with your god again, right?
No, that was just for the coin before it got thrown off the boat.
I do have an idea.
Oh, right, of course. Okay, so then, Allie.
No.
You find yourself sufficiently alone. Aww.
Oh.
It's got their return address.
Oh, there
Canonically,
you go.
the person who sent me this, if it's who I think it is of my family, definitely reuses envelopes. That's why it's like covered in marker.
Okay. As you open it up, on the inside you see a rough parchment. Perfect.
What does it say?
Okay.
Please read
this-
it in their voice. I would love
You
that.
imagine this is from who? Because it probably is. Your mother.
Yes, I imagine it was from my mother. I can give you her name again if you need it.
I'm about to try to do this voice, and I don't know
It is from Dancer of
which
Sweet
direction.
Songs.
I don't know which way I want to bring this. You said her name is
Her
what?
name?
Dancer to Sweet Songs. She goes by
Sort of
Songs.
Sweet songs. Trying to think of what voice would suit her. Wow. No, that's it.
I mean, she's from New York City. She grew up there, so.
Dear Allie. I send you this letter to say that everybody is doing wonderfully at home and hope that you're keeping safe out on your adventures. I received your most recent shipment of money, and it is definitely helping out with all the mouths that we are feeding. Oh, hold on. Give it 2 seconds. Scratch on wood is still bothering me about that timeshare, but I still haven't given into it, just like you told me not to. you'll be happy to hear that one of your sisters has earned her name. She is now Lock. Short for lock on an open door.
Other one? Open up my notebook that has all my siblings' names in it. Yeah. I scribble this one down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There, you've got plenty in there.
What was it? Lock that opens?
Lock on an open door.
Oh,
or goes by lock.
Great.
And feel free to
One
use...
of the names is beating a dead horse.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Beaten half to death twice.
Ben Bailey. There's just... Anyway. I really
Another one
hope...
is this one time at band camp.
That one time at band camp goes by time. Anyway. I hope that you can find some time to return home, but I know that it's not... I know that I can't force you to do anything in that regard. Safe travels, and don't worry yourself too much about... Don't worry yourself too much about us. We're doing wonderfully. Yours, dances to what songs?
Dancer to sweet songs.
Dancer to sweet songs. And then Dancer to Sweet is just in really tiny writing, and then songs is just like her signature.
I fold the letter up, and I burn it. And I like look at the new name to my long list of siblings.
Yep.
And I just kind of have a moment. I just kind of have a moment where there's just like that moment where you're like, parents make bad decisions. You can't change those decisions for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, oh, at least she's not taking out that timeshare.
Your mother, God bless her, has God's bless
Love
her.
her. Love that woman. She's
About two screws.
Sure loves the-
About 2 screws short of a light fixture.
yes. But burning just as bright despite.
Exactly. So, with that out of the way, you come across the next town on your rest stop docket, and it's actually a fairly sizable one.
All right, more shopping.
No. You come across the town of... You know what? I'm gonna generate a new one because these are
Just
all...
saying, no more fucking with that Talos coin. Let's not try
you know
and
what?
mess with that thing again.
You pull into the town of Uthoth.
Uthoth.
We gotta start adding all these towns into the map so we know where we are.
UTHA''TH. Uthoth.
You
On the
really
map.
thought you could beat me? Well, you thought.
I'm gonna find a blacksmith. How much gold do we have?
I do need to add those towns to the map.
Yes. Oh, okay. I probably have.
I'm gonna see if I can very quickly do that. Pretty simple town. Again, port town, like always.
What's the weather like today, Dippy?
What's that?
What's the weather like today?
It's been gloomy pretty much all day, but you pull into town and it turns out to be, you know, a nice turn of affairs. Okay, so y'all, let me see. I would say y'all would have stopped if Agot's is here and United Weapons Testing Range is... I'll say United Weapons Testing Range is here.
What?
That's the
That's the
The dungeon we went through.
The dungeon y'all went through is here.
Oh, okay.
I'll say that's
Where I
here.
died.
Yeah.
Where you were reborn.
Then Agot's is there. The town that y'all were just
Against my
in. The town that y'all were just in, Fidance.
The journey before I met y'all.
Exactly. The town that y'all were just in, Fidance, is here.
Finance these hands.
I will say that.
You don't have to finance these hands. They're 100%.
I will say that you are now.
Willow, or
You traveled pretty
Fantasy, I sent you a
far.
message.
I'll say that you ended up in Uthoth here. There you go. All right. And
You know what?
oops.
I'm taking the squirrel with me into town. Willow?
Zog's home of familiar friends.
Willow?
Oh, I love it.
That
Willow!
was beautiful. Yes.
Willow, I need to go find a blacksmith. You want to come with me?
Sure.
Yay! Adventure! The two cutest fucking characters in this game are about to go into a town by themselves.
With
We're
a
also,
ball with a
like,
squirrel in it.
With a ball and a squirrel in it, and a bottle full of teeth.
I'll come with you.
Burk is coming along.
Just curious.
I'm
All
good.
Might as well.
Nah, you can come. Yeah.
All right.
More the merrier.
So a tiefling, a fairy, and a plasmoid walk into a bar. And the bartender says, "What is this? Some kind of joke?"
No. Okay, listen. A bear, a slime, and a fairy come to a bar. It's a gay bar. It's fun.
Bear, a slime, and a fairy. Oh boy.
Wait, is Burk hairy or is he smooth?
I don't like how you worded that.
I mean, after dancing
I'm
with
trying to get
Burk,
your-
they're pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that? What's that?
smooth. Smooth.
What does that make him, Quinlan? If you're a big, strong man, but you're smooth,
That
then
could
otter.
that could be a
Otter,
hunk.
Otter's
Or-
like me, where I'm not that big, but I'm still hairy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That would be a hunk, a jock, or if they're still
Or
like
a daydream.
really slender
Mhm.
but jacked,
Mhm.
that could still be a twink.
Oh no.
I don't think
Uh-oh.
Burk's a twink.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Because I
Definitely,
think you have to
definitely
be
not.
tiny for a twink.
Not really.
No.
Wink's a state of
No.
mind.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a
Yeah.
state of mind. All right, Uthoth has been known for,
It's blacksmiths, weirdly enough.
okay. A lot of
There's a lot
towns
of
on
fish-
a lot of
fishing
towns on the
business.
river take advantage of the river for its fish, for its water. Uthoth takes advantage of the river as a recycling business. It likes to pick up a large amount of the floating debris downriver, that passes by Uthoth, and they like to upsell it, upcycle it. They like to refurbish it into boutique crafts to sell it. And Zog, you know Uthoth well. It's basically a grifter's town. You come into Uthoth and you try to sell your shit for stuff prices.
Ugh,
And
Etsy.
there's a lot. Yeah.
I say what's up
thinking
because
more
we
like-
might have people here that sell on Etsy.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
I was thinking more like Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook
even-
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
I was just about to say it's the town of
Oh.
Craigslist.
Oh my God, there's a person in that alley's camera. You
Oh.
never get people in your camera.
Oh.
She is startled that she was seen.
Oh,
Say
I
hi.
completely
They're
missed
scared.
it. Hello.
Hello.
She has
We're
brought me
friends.
a donation of ramen.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Everyone gets
so
food
sweet.
delivered.
That
So,
sounds really good.
Bradley,
I
you're
know,
a
right?
fan.
What? How do I do that?
See, Dippy has his mom. Get one of those. I'm getting.
excuse me.
Oh no,
So-
I don't have one of those either.
Is everyone else?
It's
oh,
okay. Same here, Dan.
So is every? Oh my God. So is everyone?
No.
The amount of motherless people in this call.
I also am prone to fatherless behavior because none of those either.
Hashtag Dead Parents Club.
Anyway.
Do we need to take a break?
A quick 5-minute break for me to cry. No. Anyway. Everyone else is sticking with the boat for the afternoon / evening / night.
Yeah, Zog's just sticking close to the boat.
All right. Allie?
I'm going out. I'm going to town. Sorry.
I'm also gonna stay with the boat.
Quinlan?
Staying with the boat.
All right.
It's
It's the Burk, Sundial, and Willow show for now.
Yeah!
So,
This is the best group.
Zog, do you attempt
We're very colorful. If you think about it.
You remember that you've in the time that Sundial has been Zog, in the time that Zog has been on your boat. Zog, in the time that Sundial has been on your boat, you know that you haven't exactly told Sundial about Uthoth yet, because you haven't really had a reason to stop in it other than to drop off customers.
He's gonna have to learn one way or another.
Did you send him off on his own to learn the hard way?
I give Sundial, I know Sundial has enough money. I give Sundial, we'll say like 10 gold. And I'm just like, come back with something for me.
Oh.
Okay.
And as they're heading out, I want to have Quinlan just kind of lean out towards them. Be back for dinner.
We will.
Wait, we don't have 2 of these.
Cool of what? You already had a squirrel and a ball?
No. Okay, cool. I have things. I have ideas. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
as you walk
We're
into
about to use
town,
my fucking charisma, boy.
as you walk into town, you notice that aside from the houses looking more tenement-like, kind of like 17 people living in one building designed for 8. There are like extensions and clotheslines, and this is just a bustling, like, it's a bustling cityscape in the fact that you can look up and the sky is blotted out by the tops of buildings that only reach about 20 feet off the ground. Like, this is a very shady town in multiple senses of the word. You see, as you kind of wander into town, there are quite a few people just kind of hanging out with either a laid out blanket or with a stand or with a traveling cart, just selling their wares. And you also have, right smack in the middle of your like centerpiece of Uthoth, a large multi-domed building. This is a vast looking building sitting in front of you with large block letters being sprawled across the front fascia that just reads the Grand Galleria.
All right. So
I need all 3 of you, just for the sake of it, to roll a history check
okay.
to see if any of you have any prior knowledge of this.
I don't even have any dice out.
19.
19. Willow?
Hold on.
19.
19.
Wait, what check is it? Wait, what check is
History.
it? Yeah, 19.
Hell yeah.
That's a natural 20 for a 22.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We ended some trouble.
That's some good shit.
Individually, through your own experiences in the past amount of time that you have spent in the wildlands of Flem, Bogey, and In-Quy'zz as a whole, all 3 of you individually know that the Grand Galleria is a gathering place for everybody, and I mean everybody, to try and sell whatever garbage they can pawn off as wares at the most ridiculously expensive prices that they can get away with. It is a truly open market economy of people will just straight up not buy anything from you if they think it's too expensive. And there is bartering constantly going on. It is like a trade room floor as soon as you like open the doors to the Grand Galleria of people just rushing from stand to stand, changing money, making trades, bartering, grabbing items, appraising items, everything that you could ask for in the shittiest looking stockroom floor you've ever seen, but for trading commodities instead of pieces of paper is here. And it is loud. There are many people, kind of, like, inside this building, just kind of passing between each other. I'll turn it down, sorry. Yeah, it is supposed to be a rather oppressive sound. Here we go. Is it still, like, too loud?
It's
Is it your end, Dono?
It's just a lot of
It's
a
a
lot of
lot.
noise.
it's a lot of different little noises that, like, for me as a person, it is like overwhelming in a mindset wise.
Here, I'll make it so it's just the crowd. There you go. So, people bustling, and you are smack in the middle of it. This is a fun thing I like to call. Don't split the party, but you have to roll to not to. So unless you actively are either holding each other's hands or are hooked to each other by other physical means, you will have to roll strength saving throws to not get separated from each other in here.
Burk, rage.
Oh no!
Rageful shopping.
I will go into like my jar, go onto Burke's back, and then Willow. You can sit.
Can
in
I
my
just
jar.
hold you and then get on their shoulder?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
That'll
So
work.
Burke,
So I'm just
it
a
is now
tiny
basically
slime
just a
now?
one-man show. You have negated the need for strength saves, as many strength saves as you were going to have.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. So you came in here. What is your objective? You have an objective to buy something for Zog, but what else are you attempting to do here?
All right. So, I need to find a blacksmith. I don't know if there's going to be any here, but we need to find a decent one.
Okay.
Secondly, I have this orb with a squirrel in it. Willow, what does the squirrel say? I was actually kind of curious in that whether or not you can talk to it. Can I hear anything from the squirrel if I put like my slime body against it?
5 seconds. Hold on.
Just don't shake it, okay?
This will end so well.
We don't want shaken
This
squirrel
can
syndrome.
only end well. Okay, this can only end well.
I came back to the phrase, this can only end well, which I know is not the fucking truth.
Hey, if you will accept any ending, it's always well.
Let's just say that to get out of this
So
situation,
do you cast speak with animals?
Yes.
Okay.
I want the Bane voice right now.
As you focus,
Tyler, you think?
as you focus on the squirrel.
Either that or the thickest Texas accent.
I do say, it is quite the interesting thing to have a person who can understand me.
Can you understand that at all, by the way?
Barely.
I said it's nice to have somebody who can understand me.
Is he a nice squirrel?
Seems so. Why are you in a... Why?
Well, this is my home, can't you tell?
No.
I've been living here for over 50 years.
Squirrels do not live that long.
What is he saying?
This ain't no normal
It's a magical squirrel.
Oh god. It's over 50 years and this is its home.
So
You're
what
almost as
telling me
old
is
as I
that
am.
Well, You know, I haven't always lived in here. There was a time long ago where I was just like any other squirrel. I was wandering around, jumping from tree to tree and enjoying my life. When suddenly, out of nowhere, with no warning whatsoever,
The Fire Nation.
an
attack.
evil wizard trapped me in this ball. He said that I was being rather naughty, and he kept me as an heirloom. I was able to roll away and escape, and I've been floating and rolling and moving from place to place for that long, and then finally, I get caught up in your net. I figured I would hang out with you for a while, but I'm not offended if you find it more useful to trade me. I've seen my fair share of the Grand Galleria before. I've been traded in here 4 different times.
I'm sorry to tell you, but we are not part of the animal trading group. No.
What?
This is why we like feeding pets.
Ask him. Hey, ask him if he wants to be like a part of a little scam.
A scam?
Yeah, like an idea.
A
Basically,
scam?
I'm gonna use him as a bartering tool, trade him, and then he can escape.
Well, that sounds like a
So
And
interesting
then come
idea.
back over.
I mean, that's kind of what I always did anyway.
Yeah, but you can come back to us on the boat because you know where we are.
Tell him I say that's fine.
He can understand me.
says it's fine.
Fuck
Oh yeah, animals can understand when they're being spoken to. You can't respond back to them
Cool.
most of the time. Especially when they're
I'm
as
gonna look
intelligent
at
as
him
the squirrel.
as well and be like, "Have you ever seen somebody like me?"
I can't say that I have, no.
Okay,
No.
cool.
Is this
So this is a
having
first
the
for both of
effect that
us.
I think it is? Is this actually
Yes, it
like
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
like
It's great.
Oh yeah.
Help me, I'm trapped
All
in a
right.
glass bowl.
Perfect.
Like,
So a slime, a devil, and a fairy walk in the bar with a squirrel and an orb. I'm gonna find a weapons dealer.
a weapons dealer? Okay.
Yes, because it doesn't sound like that or a blacksmith.
Okay. You see, you very quickly surmise that there are little
Wait.
posts.
Wait,
What?
above table.
Yeah.
Is this an orb of like invulnerability that this thing is in?
Not quite. It's
Okay.
She's old.
it's its own little thing that I had to come up with the moment that I saw the
You know, I
item
should've-
listed on the table as a glass ball with a squirrel in it.
You know, we should have probably had like Allie identify this.
Well, it's a little late for
Allie feels like somebody's talking to them.
that. Exactly.
They know.
So anyway,
All right, so
you very
weapons.
quickly surmise that
Investigation.
there are, even with if you just take 10, you very quickly surmise that there are like poles that stretch up into the sky and have a flag hanging off the end of them with an image of what a person is either selling or buying. And
Okay.
the color of the flag determines whether they are selling or buying. If it's a white flag, they're selling. If it's a blue flag, they are buying. A yellow flag with no symbol on it at all is a money changer.
Okay. Wow. Work together. Who has the best investigation? I have a 7.
0.
Willow?
Yeah.
How are you
Got it
looking?
too.
Okay. Who wants to help me? Look for thing.
Sure.
Okay.
So Willow help action. Burk is the platform. Willow is the help action. Sundial is the investigation check.
I'm keeping things steady enough for them to look at
24.
that easily.
Huh?
That's a 24.
24. Immediately, you dart your eyes across the scene and you land on a very prominent crowd of people crowded around a buyer's weapon flag.
All right.
Are you trying to sell a weapon or buy a weapon?
I'm trying to trade. I'm looking for magical means of weapons.
Okay, sure. You see, then with a 24, you see a symbol of like an elemental, like, orb.
Okay.
And you surmise that that could probably be magic.
I will. Burk, there.
Head there.
Huzzah!
You approach the stand, and a half-orc greets you. Bold.
I will speak in orc. Hello, brother.
Well, hello to you as well. You go. All right, what have you got?
Wow, what do you have?
Take a look.
And you see a stand. Clearly, looks like these are fairly common magical items. Looks like there's a wand. You see a wand of smiles. You see what is it? A cloak of shimmering. You see oh god. I know that there are some common ones in Xanathar's. Give me a quick second. You see a wand of smiles. You see. I know that okay, here we go. You see a bead of. You see a jar full of little gelatinous beads.
Okay.
Looks like beads of nourishment. Like a jar of beads of nourishment. You see a couple of sets of dice. You also see artificial implements, like artificial limbs. You see what appears to be a glass eyeball. You see a single finger cast in like a gold kind of plate.
I've seen those before. They vibrate.
And you see the most standout thing on this person's stand at a quick glance is actually the most standout thing on this stand is actually a floating orb. It appears to be just kind of hovering in the air, emitting a dim light, but also it appears to be emitting a small, just minute ticking sound, as if it is an orb of time combined with an orb of light.
Alright, so, what does that do?
Sheds light and tells time. What you got for it?
How does it tell time?
Magically, what do you got for it?
No, like, how do you know what time it is from it?
You look at it.
And you look at it, and like, apparating in the smoke of the glass, you see a clock face that correctly displays that it is about 5:57 in the evening.
I love it. I want it.
Okay, what do you got for it?
I have this, and I show him quartz gear.
He takes it out of your hand.
Do you have like 5 more pieces like this?
Bitch, that's worth 50 gold.
I know. Do you have like 5 more pieces like this?
Like I said, shitty town.
What about a
Facebook
clock
market.
as well?
Huh?
What about a clock as well? I found an old clock that ticks times and still works.
You want to trade a clock for a clock?
And you can have the quartz too.
Show me this clock.
Okay, I show him the clock.
Is it just a mundane clock? It's just like a mundane
it's
a desk clock.
It's
The
clock that I-
timepiece, right?
Yeah.
The timepiece from the dungeon.
Yeah.
He looks at it. Keep your
Pretty
shitty
fancy,
quartz.
isn't
Keep
it?
your shitty quartz. I'll take this clock for your clock. I'll take this
Fantastic.
clock. All right, and he like grabs the orb out of the air and hovers it over to you and gives it to you.
Right.
You have an orb of time and light.
Cool. I have that now. Cool.
And you
This is
lose
mine.
the automaton's clock.
Okay. Is that an actual item?
The automaton's clock? The orb of
No,
time and
the
light?
orb of light.
The orb of light, the orb of time is a common magical item, but it's combined with, I think it's just like a Wayfinder's orb, or
Orb of direction, orb of shielding, orb of... No.
I think.
Orb of sentient moons? Orb of time, right here.
Yeah, orb of time, and it just sheds light and a bright light and a 10-foot, dim light 10 more feet.
Okay, cool. So I have, I'll just add notes that it also does light. Cool. I didn't know orb of shielding was a thing. That's cool.
All right, done. Next, what do you got? What are you looking
All right,
for?
weapons.
All right,
Wait,
you
I'll
go over
to
to
them.
the same
Wait,
weapons.
Do you know anybody that? Wait, no.
Oh,
I go
yeah,
up to
you asked the guy,
like,
yeah.
Hey, do you know anybody that has like magical weapons?
You've got about like 10 people who claim they do. If you want to try your luck,
Are any of them not shit?
Well, the one with the most people is going to be over in the back corner there. You'll see the crowd around him. Obviously, he sells out pretty quick. He buys and sells pretty quick. Look for Ulinar.
Okay, we'll go there. Is
I
there
can
anything
check
that
the
you guys
items
want
as
while
well.
we're here?
Say again.
Burk, what did you say?
I said I could check the items as well.
Okay.
For at least like magical.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
yeah, you have the thing that you can do. Do it.
I do.
Do
Also-
the
Do
thing.
it now? Do it?
Also, Sundial. The orc, the half-orc was kind of treating your little, like, band very quickly. He didn't notice that the person speaking wasn't the tiefling standing in front of him, but the slime on his shoulder. But as you're walking away, you hear a, like, what? Like, he just realized that the tiefling wasn't talking the whole time.
It should just be like a puppet thing to her.
Yeah, it's just a puppeteer thing. Yeah.
Dude, that's
All
such
right.
a dope item too. It's like a jar of third arm, which is just like a jar with liquid in it.
Yeah.
Like, acts as an arm to reach
Perfect.
things that you can just wear as a backpack.
So,
That's
you
a
head
good
over.
magic item.
You head over to the back corner. On your way over to the back corner, you get shoulder checked. Oh my God! I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna
So sorry.
Fucking
As
punch that guy.
as he drops to the floor and picks up some books that he's carrying around, and he like picks up the last one, and he said, "I believe this is yours." You see the cover. It is a book that. How do I put this? It's a book that looks like it has historical significance, but it only looks like it does.
What does the person look like?
Human, short, ginger, blue eyes. Speaks kind of like
That's rare.
ginger with blue eyes. And he's
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. As he holds it up to you and he says, "This is yours, right?"
Yes. Take it. Put my slime arm out.
Yeah.
20 gold. As he holds out his hand to you.
I just take my hand away from it.
No,
just
the
read the
book is
first
yours.
page.
Now you give me 20 gold.
No. That's not how it works.
This guy's stealing my book! And he and a couple of people around you kind of like look in your general direction. Couple of them are like fucking book it. You got his book. And a couple of them are like a mixed reaction of like the people who are tisking you are the sellers. The people who are like book it, dude, are the buyers. They're like, hey, you got shit for free, go. Like,
Okay. Listen, how crowded are we?
very
Yeah,
shoulder to
wanna
shoulder
click it
traffic.
away?
I think since you bumped into us, we should be owed something, possibly, for the matter that you bumped into us.
Look around you, buddy.
I stand up a little bit taller.
Look around you, buddy. There are people running around everywhere, and everybody's getting paid, and you need to pay me 15 gold. He drops his price.
You can.
Well, nobody's
you're
bumping into us besides you.
What is your name?
Can I make an intimidation check?
Can you
Corpus.
also give Corpus? Okay. Can you give me a wisdom check or save? Yeah, him.
Wait, did you just do face shit to me?
No, I'm gonna do charm person.
10 on the die, I'll say +2, 12.
Well, it was a 14, so you are charmed.
Oh, fuck. All right.
I love this so much.
What are you... Okay, floor's yours.
Well, hello. I'm super sorry that you ran into us, but pretty sure you'll have better chances with other people.
Hi,
You'll probably be able to get a lot more money from them.
yeah, you're right. So sorry. I'll be on my way.
Okay, have a great day.
Keep the book. It's
And you
shit
got
anyway.
this.
You keep the book. It's shit anyway. And turns and goes.
He goes away. The book turns into poop.
As you turn and you focus on the book that's now in your hands, you open up the pages. You realize it's a blank book. It's just a completely blank
I
book.
will take that.
Nothing.
Thank you.
There's just nothing on the pages at all.
Oh, well.
No, but I can write in it with my calligraphy
notebook.
set.
Yay!
Basically,
Also, we only have an hour
basically, it's a scam of like hoping that somebody understands that the cover of the book is a copy of a book, like a famous book, and is willing to pay for it, but in reality, it's a blank book. Like, and you got away with it. All right, moving onwards.
We also only have an hour, and then we need to leave.
What, for stream
No.
purposes?
No, for the dude.
Oh, right.
That's why
Oh, for
he'll
the
know.
dude, right, yeah.
He's not gonna remember us, and if he does, then we'll just kick his ass.
All right, as you head on,
Like he'll be able to
Just
find
go
us in the
charm it
crowd.
again.
you'll pass through you'll pass by a couple more people, and you'll hear carnival barkers. Buying and selling precious stones, buying and selling.
You're precious too.
No response. It's a carnival
Now
barker.
you owe me $1.
Potions, poisons, and like
Ooh, we could use some health potions.
as you're passing by him, you look at his stand. Red liquid in jars.
It is not real potions, is it?
Doesn't look like it at a first glance. You could
Don't
be
trust the Kool-Aid.
Willow, you know how to make, like, you know herbalism,
There's
right?
one super easy. Yeah, Willow, make a perception check
I mean,
using your herbalism.
like, should we go find some herbs that you can be able to actually brew some things with?
Probably. What is the save for?
Just a
Or
perception
the
check.
skill? Perception. Okay, good. That's a 12 of them.
Red
Hey.
liquid in jars, no magic at all.
Yeah, they're not fancy.
Okay, cool.
You hear another
I'm
barker.
not gonna get that.
You hear another barker. Real live animals, real live plants. Come and get some. And you look over, and it's very similar to the apothecary. Very similar to the what's the fucking word? The menagerie. Very similar to the menagerie that the tiger person had very early on in this campaign.
Okay.
Just animals in cages, plants in pots.
If we bring another plant or animal home, I think Zog might kill us.
Probably.
Okay.
I want Burk to make a perception check on this menagerie. Only Burk. Only Burk.
Oh no.
Portobello Road from Bedknobs and Broomsticks is
Perception?
exactly what I'm going for with this. Thank you.
13?
One of the animals in a cage is like a doll. It's like a Cornhusker doll, like version of an animal in a cage. It's not even a live animal. It's a doll. It's a toy. So as you
No.
Maybe it's like a cursed magic item. It's sentient.
I
As you
have
pass
3
by.
bursts of my magic awareness.
All right.
All right.
You eventually reach the edge of the crowd that is crowded around Ulanar. And you can tell because Ulanar is a staple of the Grand Galleria. Ulanar has his own corner, like, with letters in his own. You know how at a consignment store people will doll up their corner, their stall to make them more attractive to the eye? Ulanar is like a store within this store. He has dolled this corner up so much that he gets more business because of it. As you break your way through the crowd, make a strength save, Burk.
I will give you advantage.
Okay, use advantage on that strength save.
I don't think I need it.
Oh, what'd you get?
Strength save. 26.
26. Yeah, you're able to keep upright. You're able to keep on track of your buddies. I mean, they're on you, but like you don't get knocked over and lose them. Eventually, you reach a point where you stand above the heads of the people in front of you, and you can see into Ulanar's stall. Ulanar
You're like a white guy in Japan.
floats about 3 inches off the ground with a plume of dusty, like cloudy material where his legs should be. He kind of floats from one end of the store to another and grabs trinkets and items and gives them to the people on the edges of the crowd and takes like payment from them seemingly effortlessly. At the snap of his fingers, he automatically like rifles through, you know, whatever the people are holding out in their hands, and he picks the most suitable item for what they want. And some people just hold gold. He takes the gold pieces, and Ulanar appears to be some kind of either elemental or some kind of djinn.
Okay.
As you approach the front of the line, you hear a magic mouth type repeated message coming from the floor beneath you. Please have your payment ready for Ulanar, and he will bestow upon you a gift. And then,
Oh, so
like,
it's not
5
like
seconds
we're
pass,
choosing anything?
and then 5 seconds pass, and it repeats again. Please have your payment ready for Ulanar, and he will bestow upon you a gift.
Is that a, like, mouth of speaking? Or whatever the heck it's called? Yes.
Good question.
Yes. Willow. Ulanar is definitely
Lay back down with Mommy.
Fey in origin. You can tell. It's irradiating off him like a firefly. But he doesn't seem to be... What's the word? He doesn't seem to be as mischievous as a true djinn would be, you know. Djinns love to finagle their way into getting whatever they want for, like, the pain and suffering of the people who come to them for help, you know. Granting wishes, but having consequences.
Right.
Ulanar looks to be curtailing... He just seems to be running a fine enough business, a fine enough store. But it looks very hither and yon. Uh-oh. Oh, my internet. That was a little... Okay. It looks a little hither and yon. But you do notice something. When you focus on an item with your eyes, when you focus on one item out of a pile, it all of a sudden gets a glow around it in your vision. And then you, like, blink, and it's gone, and then you focus on it again, and it glows again. Like, but then you shift to another object, and the glow shifts to that object. And Burk and Sundial, you notice the same thing if you do the same thing. You look at a object in this pile, and it gets highlighted as you focus on it.
I need to
Sundial,
remember
what
this is
item
called.
do you focus on in this pile?
You know what? He says put down your payment and I will give you something. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to put down, because you know what? You know what? To Sundial, that sounded like a challenge. So he's like, I'm gonna put something down that I know is worth something to everybody. I'm gonna put down my one piece of laramite.
Ooh, okay. Now, when he says that, he means you see people holding out their hands with their payment in their hand. So.
Okay.
So you place the laramite piece in your open hand.
Yes. And I'm gonna have it out. So
Burk,
what
are
can
you
give me
offering
that's
anything?
actually worth this?
Burk, are you offering anything?
I don't know that I have very much.
You do have a bag of holding you could rifle through.
I mean, I have my old greatsword.
You have
Still
another
have
weapon
that.
to replace that?
My
Okay.
old greatsword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take your old
Yeah.
great sword and you place it in your hands.
Yeah.
Willow, are you offering anything?
I just pull out of the bag.
Yeah.
Just don't mind me.
Willow,
Yes.
are you offering anything?
I got a stick.
A stick! Okay, so a stick,
Awesome.
a great sword, and a piece of laramite. Now, using the mechanic that I just explained to you, how you focus on an object in the pile and it gets a little glow around it, what item do each of you individually spot in the pile as you're approaching?
Well, Sundial's looking for a dagger.
A dagger.
Namely, he's wanting to get like a poison dagger.
A poison
Oh.
dagger.
Yeah.
Right, like the dagger that you're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like dagger of venom.
Yeah. Okay. Burk.
Can I just real quick do my magic awareness?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna use that to choose like
whatever you get the
So, like,
strongest signal from.
yeah. Yeah,
Right.
whatever I get the strongest signal from.
Okay. Willow, what do you focus on?
Do they have like writing pens that can be used as?
Looking for art
Weapons.
supplies.
Well, you know how words are dangerous and
How-
can be weapons.
Oh, like a pen dagger, like a pen knife.
Oh.
Yeah, or even just a
You
pen
want
just
to
going
write
like.
with the blood of your enemies? So cool.
I have a forger kit.
There you go.
But there you go.
Always.
All right.
And then I can
Well,
resurrect
your
them.
eyes do land on a pen knife.
Oh my god,
And
that's
Sundial.
such a cool necromancy style, is to fucking use the blood of your enemies to draw your fucking zombies. That's so good. That's so
That's
fucking
awesome.
cool.
Sundial. Your eyes do land on a snakebite dagger. A dagger that it looks like it has. So, what this looks like is it looks like the head of a snake, like jaw fully opened and ready to poised to like strike whatever enemy, right?
Mhm.
Two fangs on top look very sharp, and one hook fang on the bottom. That what it looks like you would do with this is you would swing it forward, it would latch on, it would if it had a poison on it, it would inject the poison using the fangs, and it would like pull back out. Like a piercing damage weapon instead of a slashing or a bludgeoning
Kind of
weapon.
like a trident.
Kind of, but like in the shape of either a talon or fangs.
Okay. Okay.
And your eyes land upon that. Burk, you use your magical awareness.
Indeed.
Nothing in the pile lights up magical. Instead, there is a single ring in Olinar's hair. It's like wrapped around the base of what is his like bobtail ponytail that flows down his back. And it is emanating a strong magical presence.
What is it, Burke?
None of those items in the pile are magical.
I pull away my laramite.
You can have my stick.
As
The only magic I'm sensing is a ring in his hair. I'll still be offering my greatsword.
Can I
need to get rid of
whisper
it
into
anyways.
Burke's ear?
Mm-hmm.
Should I steal the ring?
Could. It's strong magic though. Very strong. What
It's at this point that you are.
what school of magic?
What
Because
school?
magical awareness also tells me that.
Illusion.
It's illusory magic.
Do we expose him?
I
Willow?
mean,
Are you down for a fight if we have one?
It's at this point that you are now at the front of the line. Sundial.
wouldn't mind.
With your hands empty, you see Sundial with your hands empty, Burk with your greatsword in your hands, and Willow with a stick in your hands. You watch as time slows ever so slightly, as if Ulinar was at like a breakneck pace. Now he's just walking from person to person. And you look over, and Ulinar comes up and like, blink, 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 like takes the payment and then places the item in each person's hand.
If I give him nothing, does he give me nothing?
You hold out your empty hands. Ulinar stops at you and says,
You come to me with no payment. You get no gift. Please don't take up the spot of other people in line.
and he moves on
Why-
to.
I'm gonna look at him and say, why would I give payment to something? Yeah, that's worth nothing.
He looks at you. The slime, not Burk, at you. And he says, huh?
I'm feeling mischievous.
And he says,
Everything is worth something if you can lose it.
and you feel your life force like wither at just the mere speaking of the words. You take 20 points of psychic damage. And you feel compelled to not say a word to anyone who isn't in your immediate party.
You're gonna feel a shake in the pot.
A shudder fills your body as you take this damage. And then he just smiles and moves on to Burk. He takes your greatsword. What was it that you were... You didn't focus on anything in the pile because you focused on his circlet. Right. He looks to you, and he says,
A fine weapon. But it seems as if more has been tied to it. I shall give you an item with a story of its own.
and he picks up from the pile what looks like a snow globe, and he plonks it into your hand. And when it lands in your hand, you feel like a tingling sensation, like all of a sudden, nothing in the pile seemed magical. Until it landed in your hand, and all of a sudden it feels like it's full of magic. That's weird. And he says,
Do enjoy a good story from that every once in a while, will you?
and then he moves on to Willow with a stick.
So what did he give me?
He gave you a snow globe. What it does, you don't know yet. Maybe you'll figure it out if you use it, if you identify it. Willow, he takes the stick out of your hand.
Willow's computer crashed.
Oh shit, did it?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, where did that happen? What?
Shit.
Oh no. Oh darn it. Damn. Okay, well I'll still do it for the sake of the stream, but it'll be... I'll still do it for the sake of the stream, but it'll be... Oh, there we go. That's weird. It just said Willow wants to enter the room again. Oh, there.
Oh. Are there
We got double.
Remove the other one.
Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
There
oh,
we are.
Hi.
All right, perfect. I have to swap Dono and Fantasy again. There we go. Willow.
I'm back.
Olinar takes the stick out of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
My dear sister of the Fae, you find yourself in esteemed company.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this has nothing near the worth that you think it has.
But to humor you and to keep your friends quiet, I shall give you what you sought. And he hands you the penknife that you found in the pile. And again, when it lands in your hand, like, it flares up with magical energy. It's like, whoa! It's like crazy how magical this feels in your hand. Burk? You get the sense that illusions work both ways.
Gotcha.
As you turn, as he turns to you, Willow, and he says,
Do have safe travels, my friend.
ta-ta, and he moves on in the line, and then all of a sudden, time, like you gasp, and you're all of a sudden in normal time scale again. And and you find yourself turned around and floating up, like floating between the lines of the crowd to the back of the line, and as you get pushed out of it, poof, you find yourself standing on the outskirts again.
He hurt me.
Burk, this snow globe feels very magical. Willow, this penknife feels really magical. Sundial, you feel a sensation kind of in your mind. And you hear
I will allow you to come back if you change your mind.
and you feel the psychic energy that was clamping into you and that sucked that damage out of you alleviate, and you heal 19 points of that 20 points of psychic damage.
So I was very incorrect about none of that being magical.
Yeah.
Paid for it with a stick. Okay.
You know what? He did take 1 point of my life energy. He should have given me something.
As soon as you say that, you feel like you hold your hands out. He should have given me something. Poof! An object lands in your hand.
Cool.
It looks like a single wooden token with what looks like a drop of blood on it.
I lick it.
You feel reinvigorated, and the red color of the blood on the token fades away. You regain your last hit point of damage that you took, and you also gain 2 temporary hit points.
What the fuck is this? I'm gonna go ask Allie.
Yes, I think it's time we go back.
Definitely.
Weren't you gonna do something with me?
And you
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
that's right.
squirrel in the
Oh,
you see the
shit.
squirrel in the orb.
You're just here.
High five, little dude.
he places his paw against like the glass, and then you place your hand against where his paw is, and he's like,
It's a gesture that counts.
Who's somebody that's like bought you before?
and he kind of like looks around in his ball, and then he points,
That guy did.
and he points over to a random half elf, setting up or not setting up, but like walking briskly, like collar upturned, like trying not to be noticed.
What are you
But
selling
because he
for?
was-
Because it goes like this.
Frankly, I don't remember. That was quite a while ago.
Was
There
it
was
like
a guy who
expensive
traded
or
me.
cheap?
There was a guy who traded me for a ham sandwich. I know that one guy traded me for about 20 gold. Honestly, this guy could be a toss-up between the ham sandwich guy and he just gave me away because he was tired of dealing with me.
So you guys think if I just like keep licking this totem like once a day, it gives me like 1 point of health and then 2, like temp HP?
What the fuck does any of that mean, dude?
I don't know. I don't know. It just felt like it healed me and then gave me a little something extra.
Not sure.
Okay.
Noise try?
What do we want to sell the squirrel for? Oh, and I still have 10 gold. I should have given the guy 10 gold.
Do you want to line up again?
We can go through again.
All right, fine. We'll go through again, and I'll actually give him my laramite piece this time.
You'll actually give him the actual laramite piece.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
It's gotta be-
anyone
it's-
offering up the squirrel in the ball?
Here, Willow, you can give up the squirrel.
Oh no.
No.
And
Wait, I'm gonna
I
tell
don't know
the
if we're
squirrel
ever gonna
something.
get him
I'm gonna
back
look at the
from this
squirrel.
guy.
Okay. Squirrel.
Yes?
What's your name?
Frank?
Frank? Frank. Okay. Frank in a ball. If you get away from this guy, you have to tell us how you did that.
Okay.
Deal?
and he just
I have a
Okay.
feeling we're not seeing that fucking squirrel again.
Hey, we might.
Maybe. That'll be interesting.
This is the time to trade it for them.
It'd be
All right.
interesting to see.
so you line back up in Ulanar's line.
This time, because now I have the totem, I'm just like, wait, I need something that like makes it so I can actually take a hit. Why am I thinking about a dagger? So now I'm looking at something that like maybe gives me like extra like HP or like increases my constitution, something like that.
I'll pause real quick to just check on my folks who haven't been active for a little bit. Everyone doing
Yeah.
okay on the boat? Because I know there's
Dog's weirdly getting
Yeah.
seasick for the first time in a while. I'm fine.
Oh.
Allie is getting some much needed rest.
Absolutely. All right, just
that was a
making
lot.
sure y'all are still good. I want y'all to
Yeah.
be
I'm
good
good.
while this is like a heavy focal point. All right, continue.
Quinlan's just cooking dinner.
What are you cooking, Quinlan?
It's a chicken stir fry. Instead of noodles, it's rice.
Ooh. Oh yeah, and using the doppel chicken.
And yep,
Yeah.
and making up a balsamic vinaigrette salad.
Ooh.
Can Allie try to like swipe a piece of chicken while you're cooking it?
Yeah.
Can I roll a sleight of hand to try to just
Sleight of hand,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Versus
It's just like a-
perception.
Versus a
Sure.
yeah, perception. Yeah.
Oh shit, wait, what time is dinner?
Oh damn, I only got a 13.
I don't know, but I got an orb that tells me.
I got the natural 20.
Natural.
Oh,
Allie,
You
like,
see
walks by,
Allie's
like,
you see
it's-
Allie's hand just like
smells really
reaching for a
good,
piece of
just
chicken,
like-
and you just like
Smack with a
smash
spatula.
the
I deserve that, yeah, that's fair.
And I pick up a piece with a fork and hand you the fork.
Okay.
We are civilized.
Some of us are.
All right. We'll go through Ulinar's line one more time, and then we'll head back to the boat.
Okay.
Don't want to be late for dinner.
Yeah. So as you walk through, Ulinar sees you, like, reproaching in line.
Okay.
So one of you has Frankenable, one of you has the Lyramite piece. Is the last one giving the 10 gold that Zog gave? Because that was, like, the whole point.
Burk,
So
you want to give the 10 gold for Zog?
Sure.
What do you think Zog would like? As we're, like, in line just talking. Like, what do you think Zog's into?
All right.
I
So,
have no
I know
as you
he's
reach
into,
the
like,
front of the line,
Sometimes I think he's just into disappointment, but, you know.
as you reach the front of the line, time slows once again.
I don't know.
Ulinar lands on Burk first. Burk, you're holding what? The Frankenable or the 10 gold?
I think I gave Willow the Frankenable.
Okay,
ball.
so Burk is holding the 10 gold.
Mhm.
He takes the 10 gold from your hand.
Hands you back the great sword.
Oh
That would be shitty. No.
no! Oh no!
Searching for a souvenir, are we? I sense the ways of the person whose gold was given.
Perhaps they will like this. He hands you a bicorn hat. Think Napoleon.
Oh!
That's
Bicorn
perfect.
hat.
That's great.
Ruffles and a feather coming out of the top.
Yes.
And what looks like a sailor's crest, like, pinned into the side.
Does it seem magical?
Do you want him to place the hat on your head or in your hand?
We'll do hand, and
In
then
the hand?
I'll end up giving it. To,
You feel the
yeah,
magical
to
energy
Zog.
in your hand, but it does not
It's not
become
the same.
obvious because it's a hat. Yeah. All right, moves on to Willow. You present Frank in a ball.
Hey, Lenore.
Ulinar looks at Frank and is like,
Where did you go scampering off to, little Frank?
Oh, you know, I landed in the river again.
Well... Perhaps you can provide entertainment for me, then.
he takes Frank out of your hands.
I suppose... losing the source of entertainment demands that you gain one.
He places a lute in your hand.
Yeet.
And again, flares up. Very magical. Lastly,
So,
Sundial.
I will remind you,
A
this
Lyramite.
Lyramite has been with Sundial since the beginning because I believe it's part of his original order.
The cracked shards are separate from this piece. This is like an
Okay.
actual refined piece, and refined
I still
pieces
have
can.
my orb too.
Yeah, you do. Do you offer up the husk of the orb, or do you offer up the refined piece? Your choice.
I'm gonna roll for it because I'm not sure because it's like
Okay.
I want
I have
something
I
good,
have something in mind for
but I'm
either
not sure.
one.
Like,
I have
okay.
something in mind for either one. It really
You
just
know
comes
what?
down to whichever
if
one
he's
you
looking
choose.
for something that increases himself, then he should give a little something of himself. So I'm gonna give a piece of my cracked orb to him.
Just a piece, or are you gonna give him the whole thing?
Fuck.
Because I have something in mind.
Maybe I'm gonna give him the whole damn thing.
Okay. You
And it better
present.
be worth my fucking one.
You present the husk of your casing that your life force was held in for
when
the
I
first 2
give
years
it to him,
It's in
can
your
I-
hand. It's in your hand. Yeah.
Okay.
He
I'm gonna
he
hand it to him and be
observes
like-
it. He like looks at it, and he takes it out of your hands. He looks at you.
I once called that home.
He like evaporates it like he's done with a lot of the other payments, and you see the payments kind of stacking in another pile. He reaches his hand out and he touches your Like, what would be your shoulder? Again, just places his hand in a way that it would be in a comfort on your shoulder. Then I will grant you a new one. And he produces a scroll in his hand with an official red seal wrapped around the parchment, and a wax stamp of the government of Flem on it. The kind of things that people give to me to improve their life. Surprising. But they hardly have as much value as what you have given today. This more deservedly belongs to you. And he moves on in line. As he places it in your hand, you see written on the underscroll, where you would see what this document is, obviously. Deed to tract of land in the city, let me see. Let me see if I get a name here. Deed to tract of land in the city of Zlifchester.
Wait.
You gave him your home. He gave you a new home.
I got a house. I got land.
You got a deed to a house. You got a deed to a piece of land in Zlifchester. Zluefchester. Zlifchester. A Lyramite orb is almost priceless, the amount that you gave him. And then when you gave him the reasoning, it actually like connected with him. Now, I want each Willow, Burk, and Sundial to gain an inspiration point, because two runs through the line of Ulanar, you both figured it out and also took great advantage of it. Zog, I will give you an inspiration point for giving the 10 gold to the guys to set them an incentive without just wandering.
Okay.
And we'll see how the rest of the evening goes with Quinlan and Allie.
Sundial's just in shock.
I should have given you an inspiration point for your tarot reading earlier, Allie, so go ahead and take this one.
Oh, thank you. I will, graciously.
And Quinlan for...
Quinlan,
Quinlan, did I already give you one for chucking the medallion over the side? Then take one for that. Okay, so now everybody has gotten one for that.
Okay.
Because, my god, what a great session so far.
Alright, then before I learn anything about this hat, can I just pay you inspiration points to make it magical if it's not?
It is magical. Of course, it's
okay.
all the.
Alright.
So I'll tell you about the circlet that Olinar wears on his head.
Did I still not get a magical item?
You got a house.
I know.
You got a fucking
ton of land.
house.
I got land, which makes me like, which is like,
where the
that's a
magic is.
fucking like. Wait, what if the house that's on the land is magical?
What if it's a mimic?
Oh no!
You ever heard of a warehouse?
All right.
Okay.
Where's the house?
Well, I guess we're gonna end up having to go to
The warehouse.
Zlufsister.
You're gonna have to put that into my character sheet. Okay. I'm far too dyslexic for that.
I'm gonna type it. Is it gonna copy? It's literally just gonna copy the cell of the Excel sheet. I'll spell it in this chat. There you go. However you decide you want to pronounce that.
Charles.
Charles.
It's Zlefchester.
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 Chesterville.
Zlefchester. Yeah.
What do you mean we don't know where Charles or Chester is? Well, left Chester.
Zlefchester.
How much
That was
land did I get?
You have to read the deed to
left
find out.
Chester, not the right
It's
Chester.
secret.
Zlefchester.
The left Chester.
It
Okay.
is a pile of rocks.
Hey, you can build a house on rocks or with rocks.
Anyway,
I learned that from 3 very
That was
smart
so
kids.
good.
the Grand Galleria. You hear a loud bell. And you hear an announcer over a magical, like, think PA system. You hear a voice. Commodity trading shall come to a close in 15 minutes. Commodity trading shall come to a close in 15 minutes. Money changing will be open until doors close.
What, Milo?
Anything else we can think we need? Or that is needed?
Sundial still has a refined Lyramite piece.
That's true. I'm not gonna use that yet. I'll save it for later.
Money changing is available until doors close. If you want to hold on to it, then you're holding on to it. Okay, so you all walk out of the Grand Galleria. But not without bumping into one more grifter on the way. A man kind of like, actually, a woman, forces a hand out and says, "Free sample?" and sprays like an aerosolized like spray in your face, Burk. As you like the sudden sensation of like something's been sprayed in your face. Oh God. Smells like, what's the word? Smells like lilac, petunia, and just a hint of cut grass.
I did not appreciate that.
Care for a bottle?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're lost.
Thank you. I'm sure it is.
I will, for the sake of Burke, make that person smell like shit with prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Prestidigitation. All of a sudden, a
She's gonna need that bottle.
god-awful smell starts emanating from her person as she like.
You might need to
That's a
use that
smell I've
bottle
learned since I've
yourself.
gotten nerves.
Oh God!
You might need to use that bottle for yourself.
And she immediately like sprays a giant glob of cologne on herself.
I light it on fire with fireball.
Whoa!
Bad one.
Wait!
Wait! It's aerosol like liquid, shape water. It fucking goes right into her eyes.
Do you have shape water?
I do have shape water.
Fuck's sake.
It's like the scene from Monsters Inc. where he's putting the cologne on and just sprays it into his eye.
Yeah, it's just Mike Wazowski just. Oh God. So, as you exit the Grand Galleria, the rest of the streets of Uthoth are bustling with closers and like grifters and sellers packing up for the night as the night comes to a short close.
I want to do a bad thing.
Oh.
Can I just sleight of hand something randomly?
Get out of my head.
Do you want to do it too, Burke?
Sure.
Willow? Let's do it together.
Teamwork slide. All of us pick one person to just converge on.
Just make the sleight of hand check. I'll tell you what you come away with.
Cut to the boat where Zog, Allie, Quinlan, and Butch are all just sitting and eating dinner as Quinlan's like angrily tapping his foot. Like, where the fuck are
Yeah.
these people?
Dinner has been ready for like 20 minutes at this point.
I was just like,
Oh shit.
you just start without them.
Yeah, they haven't even eaten a bite of the
I'm
dinner
just like,
yet. They're just like,
Allie wants to eat, but doesn't want to break. Already got slapped with a fork or a spoon. Doesn't want to like.
all right, sleight of hand checks.
16.
16.
Yep.
Willow.
them.
10.
10 hands.
Sundial.
No.
19.
19. Okay. Willow, you get a slap on the wrist
Oh, no.
as you like kind of reach out to slip a scarf off of a passing person's like shoulders. Of like they have like a couple of different scarves wrapped around them and like textiles. As you reach out to slip a scarf off her shoulders, she like without even looking away from the direction she's walking, just pesky bee.
That was.
That's rude.
B as an insect, not B as a bitch.
Yeah.
No, I got that.
Burk. 16?
Insult my friend.
16. Yeah.
You slipped your hand. You slip your hand into a coat pocket as you pass by. Luckily, without being noticed. And you pull back a half-eaten sandwich.
Fabulous.
Awesome.
Looks like roast beef and
Oh.
Pickles?
looks like moldy cheese and maybe a little bit of wild greens.
Hey, if it stinks, it's good for you.
And Sundial with a 19.
That goes.
Your pseudopod easily just like it almost like wraps around a woman's hand seamlessly and like only focuses on the ring on it, pulls it off, and you pull your pseudopod away, and she's none the wiser.
Fantastic.
It's like a gold ring.
Yes, I have a gold and a silver one now.
About 2 more minutes go by as you walk back to the boat, as you see Zog, Allie, and Quinlan sitting with the plates full of this chicken stir fry and this stew and the victuals that have been made. And
That was
you
the biggest roll ever, Zog. What the hell was that? I just see
That was-
Zog rolled 468. I went,
what the fuck?
460.
That was-
10D100?
That was just impulse control fucking losing, apparently. That was just my want to push buttons.
10D100.
Fear. I was like, what retribution is about in some boat? Like, what secret rolls are happening?
That's almost like a D1000,
Oh,
a
shit,
D10,000
dude, I
roll
have
for Burk.
so many things that I could have like literally traded besides my fucking orb. I have
do stuff
a
in the morning.
goldfish scale. I have
A goldfish scale,
stick.
a goldfish
Like-
scale is literally worth 1 gold piece.
yeah, I know, but it's a fish gold.
But still,
okay.
it's something to give.
It's better than my stick.
I have a ruby
What
dusted
the fuck?
orc tusk. I have a ruby dusted orc tusk.
Yeah.
I have found so many weird things. Why did I not scroll to the bottom of this bitch?
You always know where
Go back in the
Ulinar is
morning.
if you want to do any of that again.
Okay.
This is just a D&D version of a gotcha machine. This is just us being like, DM, give me something. And
Yeah.
the DM's like, yes, here you go. Like,
Yeah.
Here you go, my
Here you
child.
Hey,
are.
I got
Have
a
fun.
fucking deed.
All right.
What a fucking
As you
snow
as you embark the boat
Sundial.
once again.
Sundial and Zog are the only two not homeless people in this fucking party now.
I'm not homeless. I'm a runaway.
I love
That's
Still
I
talking
have a home.
for very important reasons.
Yeah, everybody in the group had a home. They just ran away from it.
Oh, cool. Well, I
I would
mean,
say, if anything,
If anything, you just
Dog's
finalized.
homeless.
Yeah. If anything, you just finalized the people who were homeless now having a home.
that's true.
I mean, Zog, your boat is basically your home. Like,
Yeah.
you live on this
Wait,
boat.
who said I would be inviting any of you guys over? Okay.
Oh, that's
Quinlan
rich.
wants to go to your place anyway.
Oh,
Hey, it's gonna be real nice, okay?
all right.
I'm gonna have really good parties.
So you all set.
We go
You all
everywhere together.
I
You all
know.
set in your dining. You all
What, just
set.
you and the little slime guy? Just Minsky?
You all set in your dining circle, with your plates. The people who were waiting, it's a little cold. You kind
You
of
should
like.
give him his hat.
Oh yeah.
Here's a hat, dog.
Allie,
Huh.
can you also like
Burk?
identify this for me? And I hand her the totem.
Burk hands you a bicorn hat.
I put on the hat made out of corn.
That's also bike curious, so.
Yeah.
All right.
It's corn
Not
that can be
curious
popped
anymore.
or steamed. You know, it's
Zog's no longer
What?
pansexual, he's bisexual. So.
God damn it. No,
The
okay.
magic of the hat.
It's why Zog's not allowed to cook. Okay?
Zog. You feel the presence of a ship. You feel the presence of the captain of a frigate. You feel like you could command a whole fleet. You can add. Hold on.
Your cat.
While you are wearing this hat, you can add 3 to your persuasion rolls.
okay. What would I name this hat?
The captain's hat.
Neat.
All right. So who needs to know what their whaties?
I'm guessing identify on the thing.
Zog, I went to the
Sundown
I went to the
Canada.
And I'll
market
just
I got a
like
house.
I'll just like lightning round this if you want to ritual them, and that'll be the rest of what you do for the night before you go to sleep.
Well, if we're getting a long rest, I just want ritual. I'll just
You just
Cast.
bop bop bop. Okay.
yeah.
The token.
Is there more than 4? I only have 4 spell slots. In it.
There's the token. There's the pen knife if you want to identify the pen knife. There's
anything people are handing to me.
There's the token.
I
There's
want to see what this snow globe is.
there's the token. There's the pen knife. There's the snow globe. There's the
Can I
There's the
cast
loot.
identify
There's the
with a
token.
higher level spell slot?
You can with no added effect. It would just eat up the spell slot. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll use all the spell slots I have
Okay.
to do them then.
Okay.
All right. Somebody better get out a pen and paper and write this down because I am not repeating these.
Okay.
Because these
remember
are
that?
this
Write
is
down
my
your own item.
this is my improv exercise for the day.
Okay, cool. Give me a second. Let me get a. I just at least want to know what my totem is.
I do a lot better when I'm not writing it down, when I'm just saying what it does, like Dapper D's magic item of the week style.
Okay.
Why
let's
did
go.
this pop up when I looked up bicorn hat? By the way, it's in the Zoom chat.
What?
We can worry about that later.
That's it. That's it.
That's
That's
just-
wonderful.
That is
That's amazing.
It makes me think of Cusco's new like
Okay.
Kronk's new groove.
Wait, you get a +3, but to certain people, it's with disadvantage because you look ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. So, are y'all ready to write these down?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Whoever
go.
it is. The pen knife. It can act as a writing pen, as per normal. It can also act as a dagger, 1d4. You can change the color of the pen at will.
Wait, not the ink, but just the pen?
Well, I could change the ink. I just have to get the ink.
The color of the pen dictates the color of the ink.
The pen knife. It's a pen.
I was gonna
Ain't a
say I
dagger.
have the ink.
A
Woo!
pineapple.
It's,
apple,
one,
pen.
it's one of those
Writing
pens that had the
blood.
different buttons around
I
the
have-
outside.
yeah. It's like that, but it's only one button, and every time you click the button, it changes. Like the color changes to whatever you wanted the color to be.
It's like a disco ball. Like, boom, boom.
The knife.
I was
Also
just thinking
change
she was gonna
colors.
stab somebody and drain them of blood for the ink.
Blood for the blood god.
I'll say the knife changes color too. All right. Okay, so that's the pen knife.
The pen knife.
Snow globe.
Yep.
When you shake this snow globe, you hear a retelling of a story that has been told in its vicinity from the last 100 years.
Oh.
The story plays from beginning to end. But you can never hear the same story twice. If the snow globe runs out of stories and you shake it, it just acts like a normal snow globe.
I can tell better stories than this thing can. I guarantee it.
Unfortunately, it was left in a child's room, so every story begins with "so like this, like," and then like. well,
one
and
time
then-
there was this guy, and he had a cup, and the cup had like it was a full cup. Have you ever had a dream that you had
And when it, and you get like, you know, lost and then it happens in the thing and you find a
Anyway.
Found poop.
Anyway.
Poopy! Wipe me, please.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say,
That was a lot.
I'll shorten it from, it tells a story that it's heard in the last 100 years to it repeats a sentence that it's heard in the last 100 years.
Oh no.
I'll make it
Get
easier.
chicken strips.
Oh no.
Those sentences will normally line up in chronological
So anyway,
order, but
there I
it's
was,
not
barbecue sauce on my titties.
Yeah. Garbage day.
It's just all meme stories.
So it just repeats.
It just
Repeat the phrase.
it just repeats a sentence that it's heard in the last 100 years every time you shake it, but you never hear the same sentence twice. It just goes through the backlog. If you speak a new sentence into it, it gets added to the backlog, and you know, or around it. In a 20-foot radius around it, it absorbs all like sentences spoken.
But you won't hear any of those stories for another 100 years.
Unless you just shake it over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you run through all the sentences until the end.
Ah.
Okay, what's next?
Talisman thing.
The token. This wooden token with a blood droplet on it. You lick it, you gain 1 health and two temporary hit points. It recharges at dawn.
I was right.
That's exactly what it was. You got it exactly right. Okay.
Quick, he passed out. Put the wood in his mouth.
Yeah. You have to actively lick it. You cannot just place it to someone's lips and it gives it like
Grab
an
the
action,
tongue.
like an
I
action.
was gonna say, if you're gonna go down with your tongue out.
Yeah.
Tongue out.
Follow that advice.
Just swipe the wood. Just swipe the token across their tongue, just like
It's like a credit card. Just ching.
Yeah. Cash or credit. I'll take life force.
Ooh, maple.
Healing your 10 points.
Okay, what's next?
The house.
The deed
house
itself
deed.
is not magical. You can just examine the deed here in a second.
The loot.
What else? The loot.
Oh yes, the loot.
The loot.
The loot gives you proficiency in performance checks and gives you proficiency with the type of instrument that it is. This is a performer's instrument. So if you did not already have proficiency with a lute, then as you hold and play this lute, you gain proficiency in it and proficiency in performance checks. So you add your proficiency modifier twice.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna be regurgitating these in the best way possible once we're done with this whole string.
Okay, next. I mean, the hat you already, unless you wanted like truly identify it.
Sure.
Now it's on my head. Oh,
okay, never mind.
Well, I
Nope,
mean,
it's
you
on my
can
head.
still touch it while it's on his head.
Identify
It's okay.
yourself
Zog
with
seems
it.
to not want me to touch his hat. Very proud of that hat.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I like my hat now.
I
Mhm.
would like to give my token to Allie.
There you go.
Oh,
I would like
Thank
to give my
you.
hat to nobody.
all the items.
For
I'll-
you, if you
I'll
gave
He's
me
tell
become
her
really
that
protective
hat.
of this
They
hat all of
die.
a sudden. He's become
Somebody
my
touches
fucking
that
hat.
hat,
it's
they will
my
die.
fucking hat.
Who can use the loot?
And then anybody can.
Somebody can probably use the flute.
Anybody is able to. It gives the user proficiency in itself.
So
Like,
thus far, Allie would have said, "That's a knife. It changes colors. It writes sick words. That's a snow globe. Shake it to hear a sentence of wisdom from the past.
One of the,
Uh,
one of the
that's-
bits of wisdom is
That's
don't put your dick in it.
that's a mouth fidget. It gives you health. Makes you feel good. That's a loot for people who suck at playing the lute. Like a cheater's loot.
You mean like looking up the steps of how to solve a Rubik's cube?
No, more like you just touch it and it solves itself.
What fucking moron would do that?
Not like me who had to train for a couple years.
And then finally, Sundial,
Yes.
you can open up the deed.
Okay.
You see a blueprint illustration of a house that has already been, that came with the sale of this land. You do not see like an illustration like, oh, this is what it looks like from the outside. This is literally like the technical specification blueprints of measurements of how big this house is. Like, and what it literally looks like from a builder's perspective.
How many
You
bathrooms
also
does it
get
have?
a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo about he who holds this deed holds sole ownership of the property hereby instated within the boundaries of the town of Slefchester. Sale of property and yada 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 yada. You know, legal mumbo jumbo, and it ends with a blank signature space. That it looks like ink had been signed in that space before, but it was magically erased, and it left behind like a shadow of the ink that was there previously. And you see in the shadow of the ink simply the name Jane. Jane. Jane.
Used to be owned by Jane. Jane.
Mm-hmm.
No last name?
No last name.
Okay. Does anybody have a pen?
So quickly.
So quickly.
It's also a dagger.
Okay, I just need the pen setting this time.
Yeah.
Okay? Toss it as a pen, not a knife, as a pen.
Takes the pen.
You click it once, it's the pen. You double click it, it's the dagger.
Click pen. Click retract. Click knife.
All right, I'm gonna click it once.
I'm gonna sign it over.
What color is it? You also determine the color of the ink every time you.
I will turn it blue because legally binding. It needs to
Legal
be
blue. Yes.
Legal blue.
All right, and you sign your name on this
Okay,
deed.
Oh,
How does Sundial
does
sign his
the
name?
sundial
That's a
know how
good
to write?
question.
Didn't we just talk
That's
about
an even
signatures
better
last?
question. Does
Does sundial know cursive?
I will say that with Sundial's intelligence score, he can definitely write. He just hasn't had the need to.
Fair enough.
Like when he got zapped with all that knowledge, like that flashback,
So-
like yeah.
This is what happens. When Sundial puts his hand down onto the page, it's instinctually he begins to go without even realizing that he's actually writing it. It's just like, and he looks at it, and yeah, it's signed. He's 100. Like this is like he's just like, I didn't know I could do that.
Could have really had one of us check that first.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
The worst that can happen is he just gets splatted with it.
I'm kidding. It's fine.
Given to us by a djinn. You totally trust that.
Hey, it used to be owned by a person named Jane.
estate business, honey. You can flip this
No,
property
no.
for double its value. No.
No.
All right.
All of a sudden, you get like 3 gold in your pocket, and the real estate's been being rented as an Airbnb right now.
Incredible.
Okay.
You get
Airbnb.
How much land do I have?
Yes.
Dippy, how much land do I
How many
have?
acres?
How many acres?
You need to remember how big an acre is. An acre is like
You're-
2 football fields. It's like 2 football fields stacked side by side, I think, is an acre.
I have,
How
so
big?
to let you know, I have like almost 2 acres in my backyard, and it's not football field sized.
Hold on.
Yeah, acres aren't quite that big.
Acres
are like
to
1 football field.
square
Are they?
What?
feet. Acres to square feet. 4,308
208 by 208 feet.
43,560 square feet per acre.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
square yards?
A football field is 75% of an acre.
1 football field is 75% of an acre. So a football
Yes.
field is. So 2 football fields would be 1.5 acres.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I
Then
guess
the
you go
deed.
from like the
Then
start
the
of my
deed.
land to the-
Then the deed
Yeah.
allots you 50 acres.
Holy shit!
That's a lot.
A
It's
lot
like
of
ranch.
land.
Dude,
it's
I
it's
could
like
ha-
ranch size.
Dude, what if there's like a dungeon on my land?
Guess you'll have to find out now, won't you?
I'm just gonna start being able to lie about what's on my land, and Dippy's just gonna put it in there.
All right,
Where
y'all.
is
Dude, I got
Leicester in
hunting
this
land. I've got
continent?
hunting land. Ugh.
Excuse me.
Somehow I just became the richest character in this entire room.
No.
I love the void.
It's almost like you
the
gave a
void.
ridiculous amount of Lyramite to a genie.
I mean, I wasn't using it. And honestly, I probably got the most that I would ever have gotten out of that.
Yeah. You worded it perfectly. This used to be my home. Well, then I'll give you a new one.
Now I just gotta go find the home. Where's this place? Is it on like the other side of the map? Like we're supposed to be
Oh
going?
god. Oh god, it's flashbacks of Valmira all over again. You got
Oh
a
my-
deed.
No!
You got a deed to a keep. Now you have to go find it again.
No!
What is
glad I
that?
could-
It's like you pulled the keep card in the deck of many things. Is that what that
it's
is?
I believe it's the crown.
The crown? Yeah.
Could you imagine if he would have a deck of many things?
God.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wait.
We going back tomorrow
no.
morning.
Allie immediately lit up at that
I was
prospect.
gonna say, oh.
So I own what could be considered a small town.
Almost like that's my whole quest.
50 acres is a small town?
Dude,
No.
5 acres is like a like main street of like a small town.
Hold on.
I could be
Yeah,
big.
Well,
Who's the
towns and
50
villages depend on the
acres.
population, not
Yeah.
the size of
Yeah.
acreage.
Okay, then I could put.
But you
a
could
village
fit
on-
like a
Okay.
significant number of houses. On
Yeah,
Okay.
like each one of
that
you
many
could get a
acres.
piece of
Listen
my,
to
like,
this.
could live on my land.
50 acres.
You don't have to come to my house. You can get your own on it.
50 acres is 0.07 square miles. That's nothing. That's a 0.07 square miles.
You're just gonna make a tall village.
Yeah.
Build up.
Yeah.
Dressar.
What the fuck is a barn?
Tree
Why,
houses.
why is there a measurement called a barn? And why is it
Wait.
so fucking small? What the hell?
Well, isn't there a measurement of a shack
How
height?
many square miles are in
What is a barn
50
unit? A barn is a metric unit of area equal
Okay.
to 10 to the 28 times.
It is 0.05.
10 to the
A
28
metric
squared,
shit
Perspective.
ton of land.
100 square femtometers, which is
femtometers?
microscopic. Femtometers are microscopic. They're like less than nanometers and micrometers and centimeters. We're almost done. Tangent
Okay,
aside.
so I could fit like 50 houses on my land.
50 houses? So like a house
Like,
could fit in an acre?
Yeah.
If you
Oh, yeah.
pack them
Yeah.
literally like
Yeah.
side by side by side by side by side.
I mean, yeah, it's like that's like in the
Um,
city. That's not that hard.
My house sits on a about a quarter to a half acre,
Yeah.
and I've got a
Maybe here.
considerable amount of land.
This is a good example of what a house is on 1 acre.
Yeah.
I'm posting it into the Discord.
I was about to say, let me put a. There you go.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Yeah, that makes
4,840 yards.
Wow.
Walking at a speed of 4 miles an hour, you can cross the length of a square acre in 35 seconds. Okay.
I cannot walk a football field that fast, so I don't know where they're getting those numbers from.
35 seconds is a lot longer than you think it is.
Oh.
Walking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you walk across?
Depending on your
can
stride.
Can
Yeah.
you walk across a football field in 6 rounds of D&D combat?
Here is
No.
basically what it would be like for one square cut into 3 if each one of those was like a house and then land. House and land.
Yeah, it's like a cul-de-sac
think
like
I'm-
that.
I could put a small
I was
like
about to say.
I
Fair
could put a
Exactly
small
like that.
block on my thing.
Fair enough.
You basically gave me what is a commune. Size of land.
Commune. Well,
We're
You're
gonna
looking
get
for s-
quads. We're gonna set up dirt bike tracks. We're gonna go shooting.
I said, if
gonna
you're
go
looking for
hunting.
civilians,
We're gonna go down into
Allie,
the dungeon because you know what? It's just the land, but I also have what it takes underneath
All right.
of it too.
All right.
I'll say it, Sundial needs civilians. Allie knows some people that need houses.
okay. The
Set a
most
commune.
sorry, the most common shape of an acre is 660 feet long and 66 feet wide.
When did this stop being D&D?
But is his land like just a line of acres, or is it like a bundle of
When
acres?
Sundial-
You know what I
Wait,
mean?
whoa! I
What's
just
his
you
land
got a house.
formation?
You just have to find out.
We'll have to find it and find
okay.
out.
Here, Dippy. This is an actual plot of land that is 50 acres. That is for sale somewhere.
There
in
you
the
go.
world.
The Vatican is 109 acres. The entire. There you go.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah.
So that's a plot of
Yeah.
like 51 acres. Worth.
That's a 50-acre lot.
That's
As soon
a
as
whole.
I heard
Listen, that's a
commune-
whole ass forest
Yeah.
in that dude's backyard.
Yeah.
I love how you searched this up.
I just
Yeah.
put in 58. I
50
put in
acre plot.
how
of
many
land,
square miles are in 50 acres, and then I put in images.
The houses are for scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So
Perfect.
39 football fields is 50 acres as well.
39 football field. There you go.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
We can get the entire NFL
Back to
season
D&D.
done in 1 weekend.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Solid.
Moving along.
So we're gonna hold quiz stock, right?
Please stop.
It just makes me chuckle that Americans will use anything but the fucking metric system.
Quiz.
Literally.
Quiz.
Hey, it's
stock,
not our
more
fault
like
the dude
please
died on a
stop.
boat. Okay? There's
Quiz-
literally the guy that was supposed to bring the metric system to the United States got boarded by pirates and died.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Quiz stock,
No, we
more
just
like
use
please stop.
Metric fuck ton.
Metric. Fuck the- All right. I think we're coming to the end here. The sun has set now, and the clouds kind of fall away from the banks of the river, on the city of Uthoth, as you all lay down for a long rest. This is a bit more of a shady city than regular.
Yeah,
So
Zog's not sleeping tonight. Just flat out, Zog is not sleeping tonight. Everyone else get their sleep. Sundial can run the boat tomorrow. Once we get some distance away, he's gonna catch up on sleep.
hey, you got the orb. Oh yeah, and the orb of time and light. Yeah, you got that too.
Oh yeah.
From regular
We have to
trading.
wait for Frank though.
Doing the... Frank, if he...
He's got a
squirrel
night.
First thing
buddy.
in the morning. I don't know about this.
I'm giving him a night. I'm giving him like till the morning to get out. So, you know.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
that-
Zog
that
is
one
not
guy
sleeping.
Didn't seem too bad.
All right. So everyone else
Zog,
lays
if you
down.
see a squirrel and an orb come up to the boat, let him on.
No. What? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me? Did you all get another fucking pet?
Frank.
No. This
You
is
already
an-
named him?
It is not. No, he has
First
a
of
name.
all-
He's not a pet. He's his own person.
He's older than you.
Sundial caught him.
Then he can pay for passage on the damn boat. We have so
he can
many
be
animals.
my pet then.
No, it's fine. Fine. Last one. Last
Let's-
critter.
No, he
On the-
has.
Did you say in an orb?
Yes, in an orb.
I don't.
And he's older than you.
I don't under.
He doesn't take food. He doesn't. He's just there, and sometimes he's
fair,
got
Zog.
good conversation pieces.
This is not the weirdest thing we've done in this.
Sometimes I just want a normal.
It might be a
Sometimes
distraction
I
for
ju-
somebody's chaos.
let's just see.
It's like a hamster in a
I did have
ball.
an
Waterfalls.
amulet that distracted me from the chaos, but you know, someone threw it over the board.
Yes, well, there was an angry, evil bitch inside.
I don't care. I was gonna teach him a lesson.
Oh, also, if there's a
You
dude
were
that...
gonna teach a god a lesson?
Yes, I'm that annoying.
Yes.
I actually
love
believe
you.
You're
that.
that annoying.
It's canon. It's been stated in canon. All right.
I'm sorry, Willow. If there's a guy, what?
If he thinks that I'm evil, don't let him on. Don't let him on.
I'm not letting anyone on the boat.
Oh.
Okay, good. Good. What you mean?
Okay.
Only a squirrel.
What did you
orb.
do
It has to
now?
be a squirrel in an orb.
Whirl and an orb.
Yes, that's
All
the
right.
only
Could be my next
exception.
punk band name.
The,
Beautiful.
the
Willow.
night comes.
You
Lay down.
did you
Quick
sleep.
before bed.
said comes.
Shake the snow globe.
You shake the snow
Let's
globe.
just say someone tried to scam us. And I got a free buck.
You hear
Right
the
with
s-
blood.
All right.
Well, if they do come looking, let me know. I'll take care of them.
Okay.
All right. So, as the night falls, before Burk goes to bed, Burk shakes the snow globe of stories.
Just curious.
You kind of hold it in your hand. As the snow begins to fall, you hear the sound of snow falling on a wooden roof. You hear.
Don't go breaking my heart.
I
Dippy,
couldn't if I tried.
Dippy, I love you. Can you turn off the crowd noise?
Yes. Sorry.
Thank you.
There's way too
Yeah,
many
there's
of them.
way too many people on my fucking boat right now.
There was a tour going past the docks.
Yeah. The tour of the stars.
And over here is the Toad Skipper. Some say it's haunted. Quit telling people I'm dead.
Put down, everyone. I'm
Sometimes I
dead.
can still hear his
It's
voice.
sometimes.
Okay. Shake the snow globe.
That was a mistake.
I.
All right, we have to stop interrupting Dippy.
He said that it would only take him. He said that it would only take him 2 weeks at most. Where is he? And the sound of the snow falling fades away as the snow globe stops.
I'd like to remind everyone that all Allie said about this thing was that it tells wisdom from the past. That's all the context you have for this thing.
That's not okay. I'm just gonna go to bed with that knowledge. That's just.
Said that it would only take two. Said that it would only take 2 weeks. Where is he?
Burke just says, "What the fuck?" and it's like recorded.
Yeah, I was about to say. You see, like a single snowflake, like bing, like pop up like popcorn inside the snow globe when it hears a new sentence to record.
Oh fuck.
You've noticed. By the way, when you got on the boat, you handed the snow globe to Allie, every sentence that had been said in that conversation was recorded onto the snow globe. You noticed like the little snowflakes, like bing, 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 like recording each like new sentence that it was taking in. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
That's not creepy
All right.
at all.
Zog. I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
for.
honestly, I'm sitting here now and I'm like, if I'm gonna be awake, why am I staying in port? I could just drive through the night.
Well, here's the thing about that. If you were to drive,
Okay.
you would suffer exhaustion quicker.
Okay, all right, then I'll.
You're
I'll take
already
it easy
pushing,
just-
suffering a level of exhaustion by staying up and
Yeah.
not moving. If you were to try to navigate, you would get exhaustion faster.
Okay, I'll just stay in port then.
Okay.
And just keep an eye out.
Yep, Allie, yep.
So I had mentioned that Allie had been catching up on much needed rest and sleep. So I pretty much slept all day, so Allie probably wouldn't be sleeping either.
Okay.
Allie
Zog
would
and
be
Allie show.
Allie and Zog, you sit, you kind of both are sitting on the deck, watching, weapons in hand in case some shady shit decides to happen, which I will roll for now.
80 shit decides to shit.
You know, Zog, I've never had such exciting nights till I joined this group.
I'm honestly really flattered by that. I'm glad.
I'm not sure that was meant to be a compliment.
What's a life worth living if it's not interesting? Good stories to tell, right?
This is true.
Oh, are you good? Okay.
Ow. I was waiting to see
We were
if you
just
were gonna
filling
talk.
the void.
Yeah, no, okay. The night comes and goes peacefully, calmly. You hear the skittering of like tiny animalian feet on cobblestone as the critters of the night are roaming about. But no people. The lights eventually go out. The hanging lights and the street lights are eventually doused at about 10-ish in the evening. And they stay doused throughout the rest of the night. As you kind of sit and stare and look, kind of enjoying each other's company for the time being. At a very early hour in the night, like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, you get the sense, Zog, that there is a thing, like, formulating in the water on the side of your boat. Allie, you notice this too. As you both look over to the side of the boat that is facing the water, and you see a figure shape itself in the form of the water. A less intrusive avatar of Umberly.
Oh.
As she looks and says,
Howdy.
My, you've had a busy day today, haven't you?
I've just been holding down the fort, really. I don't like this area too much.
Lots of driving, lots of sitting around and cooking. Not even cooking. You handed that duty off to Quinlan.
hello, Allie.
Do I know who this is? Do I recognize this god? This. Allie's not religious at all, really. Their only real, into the religion is Bacab, and that's just because their mother follows.
Umberly was introduced to your party when Zog had his, like, little birthday outing. Zog told you about his birthday outing in, like, downtime.
Yeah.
And you only got acquainted with who Umberly is through Zog's description of her. This seems to be an avatar of her, like, a very minor avatar of her, just formulating out of the water itself. And she says, "Hello, Allie."
I now understand the meaning of Fair Lady of the Lake.
And the pleasure is mine to be properly acquainted. Now, I notice that you're keeping a watch over your vessel while you're parked here. Utharth is not known for being the safest place on the planet, but whatever are you so suspicious for? You are under my guise now. I can ward off intruders.
I would much rather not bother you with the small rats that scurry this area.
Proving fealty and loyalty by sacrificing oneself. I like it.
Your attention's better spent elsewhere.
True. If I do want to accrue more followers, my attentions are better spent in accruing them rather than keeping up with you.
Yeah, no, you gave me all this power. I can use it to defend myself.
Well then, pardon the intrusion, I suppose.
No, you're no. I
then-
love the visits.
She kind of looks over to you, Allie, and says, "It's a bit odd that you keep company with Zog. Your defensiveness around water, the fact that you've been able to stay on this boat as long as you have, that takes real courage."
Or stubbornness.
Hey, your words, not mine. And she, like, flicks just like, you know how you dip your hand in water and you just, like, flick just little tiny droplets?
God damn it.
She does one of those.
Oh my god, dirty 20. Oh, I just take it.
And you
I
just,
don't even flinch.
and you just, bleep.
So that's supposed to be
The
intimidating.
worst sensation. It's like Chinese water.
horrible.
It's like Chinese water torture. Get it off, get it off, get it off.
It's
But you
so
just,
bad.
and you like stand firm and strong, and you're just, and she goes,
Don't keep weak allies.
Kitty's less afraid of water than I thought.
Kitty's also not afraid to fight back.
I only tease, Allie. I'm glad that you're friends with Zog. And you will have as much of my protection as he does, as long as all of you travel together. It would be
I
nice,
appreciate it.
It would be nice, though, if you loosened up to the idea of taking a dip every once in a while. Better
I
protection that
prefer
way.
drier baths.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that.
Then I won't impose. Then I won't impose my will upon that. Take care, Zog. Oh, and
You
in the
too.
morning, I may or may not have something for you to do before you leave.
Okay.
And she like grasps at like what looks like a seashell embedded on her bosom, and just turns back into loose water and falls into the bay.
Okay.
Allie's gonna turn to Zog,
Mm-hmm.
knowing full well that this spirit of the water, this god, could still hear me, and just go, Zog, your goddess is kind of a bitch.
Queen of them.
I'm not a fan of dogs, so.
Temper.
Zog is like, the best way I can describe it is like Zog is like brave face, but in the back of his mind, very much like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if I have to kill Allie, because that's the only thing he's thinking. Like,
Oh, no.
I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I have to kill Allie. What a thought. My God.
And the fact that your brain went to that instead of just being like, man, I really just like hope this relationship works out.
I hope she doesn't dump me.
God. I've already put so much work in.
So much work.
How can I convert this heathen?
I killed
Maybe
somebody.
baptism.
that is, I want to stress, that is why Zog wasn't like, let me go try to put a statue here. Zog was like, I'm totally fine if this place gets killed by Umberly. Like,
Oh no.
it's sitting on, I don't want to suck up too much time because we've been streaming for a while now.
Oh, you're good.
But it's
Yeah,
sitting on the
where are we
boat,
approaching?
Zog's just
We're approaching
like,
3.5
over 3
hours.
hours.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right, okay.
I am so glad that we
Um,
were able to do a long session because it's been forever. But yes, we should wrap up soon. So, Zog, what have you got?
Zog's just gonna ask Allie, of like, is there any like, I know you just came because like you like stories and adventure and like, is there anything you want? Because I'm looking around and like, I got a lot of cool shit, and I'm kind of hitting the point where I don't really want for anything anymore. Or do you, like... I have too much money. I have more money than I'm comfortable with.
Do you want the lighthearted or the more depth answer, Zog?
I want your answer.
I am in the search of a certain deck of things. An item that I hope will help change the fates around me in a way that is karmic justice. But I don't think you can procure that for me. So for now, friendship is good.
Can I do a history check to see if I have any grasp of what they're talking about?
Would
or
be a
any,
pretty high
I guess
DC.
whatever check you want me to make. History feels right, but it's up to you.
I would say you could
Deck of
either
illusions.
Yeah.
Deck of illusions. No. I would say you could either make an Arcana check or a history check. Arcana to see if you can glean like the magic that she seeks within the words she has spoken, or history to see, is this thing that she's describing even a thing that I would know about from legend or myth?
What about intimidation? Can I intimidate my brain to...
Just work,
We're
stupid!
gonna intimidate Allie to
Punches-
tell you exactly in layman's term.
Guys, why'd we use all these high rolls on a non-combat episode? Like,
I don't know.
Nat 20.
Luck of the
y'all
dice.
see it?
Oh my god.
Oh my
No, I
goodness.
can't.
It's another
Let's
nat 20. It's the
go.
barbarian
The
axe.
20!
God damn.
Like,
Damn.
we wasted our fucking 20s this episode.
It's not
I'm
wasting.
sorry.
It's
I
a
shot a
crit.
fish in the head. I think I did pretty good.
I
Okay.
never waste a 20 because I never get them.
I haven't got a single 20 this game.
I'm
On a
always
natural
shocked when I
20.
get a 20 because it never happens.
I got 2 20s in a row, which was dope as fuck.
Well,
My
good for
camera
you.
crooked. Yeah, I'll fix it after stream. We're gonna be wrapping up soon. Yeah, that's a natural 20, bud.
Locked deep within the annals of time and history, spread through word of mouth, through paper and pen, all throughout the known worlds, and those beyond the known worlds. There is a certain item that was said to be a gift from the gods themselves. Simple deck of cards that had unlimited, untold power. Fate-altering, life-bringing, death-giving, wish-granting, heart's desire prolonging and fulfilling. Simply known to those who have ever encountered it as the Deck of Many Things. You have heard of the Deck of Many Things. You've known about what the Deck of Many Things is from the stories that were told about it. Wait.
I like, in my brain, this is more like, yeah, like this is just like sea stories and whatnot. Like that's
It's
the
sea
only reason
story,
Zog would
yeah,
know it.
yeah. It's sagas of like sailors who have gone in venture of of temples and islands that contain copies of the Deck of Many Things.
Yes.
Because the original gift was blasphemed and idolized and duplicated using the power of lesser gods, wiping lesser gods of the pantheon off the face of the planet just to enroll their power into creating multiple copies of the Deck of Many Things. In common lore, it is said that there are 3 in this in the immediate space of Gios. 3 different copies that are each held within their own distinctive sleeves, that each have their own distinctive art style inscribed upon them, but they all do the same thing as each other. One of the copies was said to have been destroyed, but the conspiracy around it is that it survived its attempt at being destroyed, but some of the cards were lost in the process. Not all of them were, though. It would be nigh upon impossible to find this deck without the help of a god.
Alright. Good to know.
It might take time, it might take effort, and it might take resources. But with Umberlee's help, perhaps one of the decks of many things could be recovered.
I'm
If
calling
it
it
were.
right now. It's going to be at the bottom of a lake that Allie has to swim and get to.
Fucking no.
Sundial will go get it.
Oh,
Pull
you
all
only,
the cards.
oh, you only wish it were that easy.
Sundial will go get it. He'll just pull all the
That's
cards before he
easy, I
gives
don't
it back
think
to you.
So Zog just kind of like hearing this and wrapping his brain around it. There's a moment of silence before he goes, Willow's getting her waterfalls. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, and you're getting a deck of things.
One can only hope.
And we will find the One Piece.
There you go.
Next time on One
really.
Piece!
I will be the Pirate King.
This is just slowly turning more and more into One
It
Piece.
is. This is just slowly turning into One Piece.
Yeah.
Had them on a boat. It was always One Piece.
It was always
It's
One
also
Piece.
Dadley as Daddy Zog.
Mm.
He is our sugar daddy, making sure we get what we want.
Yep. Oh yeah, Quinlan wanted a cell phone. I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. Like,
I got you,
Well,
boo.
put it on my plan.
Boo Boo Burk, take this nice, pretty sword. It's fine. Sundial, you need a family? I got you, boo. Like,
Look at all these people we've adopted.
yeah. Oh my God, Zog really is just fucking out here trying to be like, I'm gonna fulfill all y'all's dreams.
Yep. And you
Real
don't know
people
what
pleaser
Quinlan
over
really
here.
wants.
Can we just write a script about people pleasers?
Yes, we did.
I was gonna say, you don't know the full thing for Burk. You don't know the full thing.
No, I gave you a sword though.
This was
You
this
like
was the
swords?
episode where Zog uncovered Allie's wants. Burke's wants will be uncovered in time. I
Sundial
suppose.
doesn't know what he wants. Sundial would like to forget his past life. You know what?
Didn't he
Can you
already
think
do that?
happened?
Didn't you
No.
already do that and then
Do it again.
remembered it?
Do it
Sundial's
again.
currently suppressing that.
All right, we need another meteor.
No.
All right.
Not this family.
Oh no.
Listen, he already fucked up and killed the last one.
Oh,
Okay?
God.
Can we?
All right.
Listen, there's some shit to unpack there for Sundial. He's not ready for it.
We don't
Okay.
have time to unpack all of
No.
that.
That's another 2 years.
That
better
needs
have
to stay
time.
over there.
And we'll have plenty of time in the new year on the next episode. No, but yeah, for real. But no,
Yeah.
for no. I believe the night will come to a close with one more check.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, we're gonna be
Don't
streaming
tell
another
me
2
you-
hours.
I had 2 numbers that if I rolled either one of them, and that was one of them. Zog,
Yeah.
as the morning sun rises, you see a little scampering ball on the horizon coming towards your boat.
I grab it and I bowling ball it away.
No.
Adequate response.
Right. Nice shot.
The party is
No
split
strike.
now.
Nice, Frank. No.
You got a spare.
I only think about the memes now on TikTok. I'm like, nice cock.
No, God. Anyway, as the ball rolls closer to your boat, you see a glass orb with a live squirrel in it approaching the boat.
Are you Frank? Oh, we can't hear the squirrel noises through the glass, but yeah, I get the vibe. Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm mostly concerned about you pooping in the orb because it will look gross, and I don't get it. Look, you can try to talk to me all you want. I can't speak to animals, so I just listen when I say if you turn gross, you're overboard again. And we'll find a different plasmoid to dig you up out of the river. Okay? Just give me a nod.
It looks at you and like wipes its head, and then it like.
All right, get on the boat.
And
Oh my god, does it eat
like,
its own shit?
That's what I'm thinking. That is, I don't. It doesn't. Well, no, it can't eat anything inside the orb. I think the second this orb opens, like the best way. I think we are looking inside a glass Schrodinger's box.
Yeah, 50 years of stank, like just released all at once.
Yeah, this squirrel is neither
Stanky
alive
Frank.
nor dead.
What?
Stanky Frank.
Stanky Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Why does 50 years of stank sound like a gore grind album? Like a gore grind band.
50 years of stank.
That's less than Jake's new album, actually. 50 Years of Skank.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, y'all. The morning has come. You may take your long rest. We'll take another trip next time in the new year. Set your sights, and this is for the people in the call too. Set your sights on January 5th. If not January 5th, then January 12th. We will take a break for the Christmas break. Y'all, happy holidays. If your Jewish self love, if you love your Jewish self, happy Hanukkah. If you love your secular Christian self, Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate anything, just spend time with your friends and family. Do what you love.
Happy Yule.
Do what you enjoy. Merry Yule. Merry Yule. Merry Friendsmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Honda days.
Happy Honda
Happy
days.
Toyota-thon.
Ford Truck Month.
Happy Crisis, everybody.
Happy Crisis. Thank you so much for watching. This has been yet another presentation of the In-Quy'zz-ition. I have always been Dippy. Thank you to my lovely players for playing, and until the next year, your adventure matters. Roll for your initiative. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.